present comedies broadcast Avalanche, the show that has as much of a mandate to run this country as our current Prime Minister. My name is Jonny. I have a black mullet, glasses, which I'm not wearing. I really should be doing that. I'm reading a lot for the next 3 hours, but fuck it. Makeup and this fun bat dress that has bats further down. You can't really see, but hang on. Can I? I can't. I'm not actually looking at the Zoom, but yeah, there's little bats on my dress. It's cute. Basically, I look like the front woman of a punk band you were really into when you were 15, and then realised she was really annoying on Twitter. So as always, I'm going to start the show by quickly rattling through some of the key news events of the month, so you're all up to date with what's going on. But I'll be honest, I stopped paying attention on about the 15th, so things might not be completely up to date, but I'm sure nothing massive happened in those last 2 weeks. So, in the news this month, more than 50,000 workers went on a 50,000 rail workers went on a 24-hour strike, the biggest of the year so far, meaning that only 11% of the train services were running in the UK, as opposed to the usual highs of 20%. The Tory government has cancelled their plan to abolish the highest income tax ban after lots of backlash. You can say what you like about the Tories. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Liz Truss made her first Conservative Party conference speech as Prime Minister, saying she is focused on growth, growth, growth. Nice to see she has ambition at any rate. I really hope that works out for her. Posy Quarting was dismissed as Chancellor of the Exchequer after a mere 38 days. Liz Truss was left with no other choice after he implemented the highly unpopular, economically farcical and oppressive mini-budget that Liz Truss told him to implement. I'm just saying, of all the things Liz Truss has done, which admittedly isn't many things, sacking someone for listening to for following the instructions of Liz Truss is actually a fairly reasonable reason to fire someone. He was replaced by Jeremy Hunt, who announced the government will reverse pretty much everything Liz Truss attempted to do in office, including the abolition of the highest income tax band, all the other tax measures in the budget, and the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Say what you like about Hunt, that's a pretty impressive U-turn. Going across the pond, Alex Jones has been told to pay nearly $1 billion in damages to the Sandy Hook victims' families after claiming that they were crisis actors and the whole thing was a hoax. Say what you like about Alex Jones. No, please do. I would take great pleasure in you doing that. Suella Braverman resigned as Home Secretary following a serious data breach. Oh, thank fuck for that. We can't have her position as critical as Home Secretary fulfilled by someone who doesn't take national security safely. Let's just hope Liz Truss doesn't resign in less than 2 weeks to be succeeded by someone who will not only reinstate her into that very position. I'm going to pretend for a few seconds longer none of this has happened. The government won its vote on fracking plans by 326 to 230. However, backbench MPs alleged that bullying took place in the voting lobby to get backbench MPs to vote for this. Jacob Rees-Mogg was sceptical, saying that no bullying took place. But then again, Jacob Rees-Mogg wouldn't recognise being bullied with his head being flushed down the toilet, so perhaps not the best witness. Liz Truss did resign after 44 days, her tenure being the shortest of any Prime Minister in UK history, but still 44 days longer than anyone wanted her to be Prime Minister for. After that, Rishi Sunak became Tory party leader and reinstated... Wait, what? He reinstated Suella? Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, who's been messing with my script? Look, jokes about the news are fine, but I'm not reporting misinformation to the lovely people. Surely this didn't happen. I can't be doing blatant false... Oh, for fuck's... There's no way Rishi Sunak would have made Suella Braverman Home Secretary. That'd be like recasting Captain Jack Sparrow as Chris Brown, for fuck's sake. Happier news, the $12 million metaverse project currently only has 38 active users, leading to massive losses for both Meta as a company and Mark Zuckerberg personally. For perspective, MySpace still has about 3.3 million visitors in the last month alone, which means that the $12 billion metaverse project has 0.001% as many users as the social media platform Facebook killed a decade ago. Finally, justice for Tom Anderson, forever the top 8 in our hearts. The problem with that joke is no one knew his surname was Anderson. I had to look that up. MySpace said. And finally, Elon Musk has completed his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. You can say what you like about Elon Musk, but I probably wouldn't tweet it because you will be swamped by weird fascist nerds in the replies calling you slurs from their own self-driving Tesla cars on their way to a Five Finger Death Punch concert. dead like to be swamped by weird nerds who aren't fascists and who aren't calling you slurs for pointing out that Elon Musk is an objectively terrible businessman and human, we've got you covered with our team captains. It is my two favourite people whose names begin with a K. It's Katie Mitchell and Kirstie Summers.
Hello!
On Katie's team, we are joined by the terminally online trans icon Ella BAMBUST and the coolest cat to come out of Canada, Leslie EWING-BURGESSE.
Hello!
Woo!
I shouldn't set myself so many alliterative things to say. I have a speech impediment. I know this is hard for me. We are joined by top lads JONO Murray from Austerity Dogs and
Go Edge!
from successful stand-up comedy legend Tom Mayhew.
Go ahead, Tom. Love you,
How you doing, everyone? Katie, how are you doing? I can't. Basically, I don't remember any streams before today, so I don't know when you were last on the show. It feels like it's been ages. How are you doing?
It's been a while. I've missed you all. And then I've had like a few months to write some jokes, but I'm moving house at the moment, so I haven't. I've been very sad and depressed about it all because I've been quite anxious. But before the show, I did go to my empty new flat and have a dance around for about 20 minutes and just ran from either side back again like I was doing the bleep test because I'm not used to having that much sleep.
Amazing. Really excited
I'm energized now.
Brilliant. Can you describe your appearance for the sake of any visually impaired people in the audience or people who just don't want to look at the screen, so we have to make them visualize it anyway?
As discussion of much of the time pre-show, I look like Death off of Sandman brackets the comics. I've got black backcombed hair with undercuts because I'm a lesbian, and cool makeup. You decide what that is. And also, because it's Halloween, I went through... Sorry.
No, go on. I interrupted you.
Because it's Halloween and we were all deciding on costumes, my costume is What If There Was a Bird? Thank you for filters. I'm really happy with it.
I mean, like, What If There Was a Bird? That was like one of Alfred Hitchcock's most successful films. So I think that's a reasonable thing.
There was a bird.
I think I've never seen it.
I think that's what it's called.
Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird. That was what if a bird and then
one big one.
It was one of the less successful episodes of Marvel's What If.
What if there was a big fucking bird?
Any size.
I was going to ask you what it is you're doing, but I feel like this is more interesting to talk about. Just
What if birds?
You are doing. You're doing some show. You're doing a work in progress show, which may or may not be just entitled "What If There Was a Bird." I didn't actually check. So do you want to tell us about? Do you want to tell us about that?
So it's the first work in progress of my new show, Wretched, but I hadn't got a name for it when I had to book it in because it was pre-Edinburgh and I couldn't think about anything but Edinburgh when I had to book it in. So it's listed as Misuse Of, which I just thought would be a cool name for a show. Imagine creating things because you think they're cool. I wish I had a free. When is it? It is on the 11th of November, 12th of November. So it got moved, and I've just realised I might have sent the wrong date. At the Robin Hood in Nottingham.
Ooh.
Because I like to be a cliche.
Spectacular, yeah.
It's going to be very good because I have the ideas, but I haven't written them yet. So I'm just going to talk about them for 45 minutes, and then
It's going to be a workshop. You're just going to.
It'll be a fun, creative session.
Yeah, it will.
I will do stuff before that.
Oh, wonderful. Yep, if you're around the Nottingham area, definitely go to that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And if you're not, I'm assuming the work in progress will eventually be a work that is performed in other places as well. But if you want to get early access to the content, you can do that in Nottingham on whichever date it was that Katie said was the correct one. The booking link is in the chat. Let's check if that Friday 11th of November. Oh, it's been rescheduled to the 12th of November, but it is mentioned on the link, so that's fine. I will. Yeah, we'll find the correct working link in a bit and then send that over. Thanks very much for coming on the show, Katie and Kirstie. I know I've not seen you from fucking forever because I've forgotten how fucking handsome you looked. How are you doing?
Aw, thank you. I've been good. I have been busy every stream I've been booked for about 4 months, and I feel bad. But now I want every stream till the end of the year, and I've actually put them in my calendar and not fucking forgot, and accidentally booked in like my dad's birthday party instead. Legitimately a reason I forgot what to.
To be fair, surely you didn't book in your dad's birthday. Surely that was like
no, we did. My dad's birthday was in July, and I missed the September show because we bought him tickets to see Upstart Crow, and I was like, I'm not doing anything on that day, full well knowing that you'd sent me what days I should be on the show in April. So I had no fucking excuse. My sister was like, "You busy?" I'm like, "No, probably not." On like the one thing I don't actually have planned for months.
Well, it's fine. You're here now. Do you want to tell people how lovely you look?
Oh, thank you. Sure. Well, I mean, I feel like if you described me based on how you've been, you describe me as much lovelier as I'm about to. So I've got like a round face and square glasses, and I'm sitting directly under the light, so I've got a really fucking shiny forehead. The mohawk is as flaccid as ever because is getting long now, and I can't afford enough glue to keep it up, apart from at special occasions. But it's currently a sort of bluish shade. It was green last week, and that's faded very quickly, and it's now long enough to cover one of my eyes. I'm wearing a white hoodie with the Blizzard logo on it, not to like promote merch or anything because we don't have any of these. I'm just rubbing it in your face that I have one and you don't. Unless you're one of our patrons, in which case you have this hoodie.
For a completely unrelated reason, I've put the Big Cartel link in the in the chat.
But yeah, you can't get a hoodie, but
no, you can't get a hoodie, but you can get some other things, which are. I mean, maybe not as practical as a hoodie, but just as cool.
You can pre-order our new zine that I just finished.
You can, yep. You can do that. That is out. That will be ready for anyone who's coming to the next live show. You're able to get some there as well. But if you're not coming to the next live show, you can pre-order a digital or a physical version. I can't remember if you can pre-order physical ones. You
pre-order the physical ones. The digital ones I will just email you when you buy it. If you're a patron, you will already have a free version. Or if you want to become a patron and download a free version, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah. You should absolutely do that.
Yes, be a patron.
I've forgotten what the command is to get that much, so I'll do that in a minute. Right, wonderful. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Kirstie. Oh yeah, you've got some stuff to plug. You've got some stuff that
it's not so much a me plug. But this month, my little brother turns 21, and he's an artist. He has an Instagram. He's at the Joe Summers. Can't miss him. He's wonderful. He's very talented. I've been asking him to draw things for me since he was about 12. And I don't know if anyone watched any of the older streams where I had like the Charizard picture behind me. That was one my brother did when he was about 13 years old.
Oh, nice.
He's brilliantly talented, and we've just bought him a very snazzy printer so he can do prints and like take them to Comic-Cons and stuff. And if anyone wanted to like check out his Instagram, give him a little bit of a bump, wish him happy birthday for this month. And if you like any of his stuff, maybe like buy a print so that we didn't just piss away £200 on a printer that's not going to get used. That'd be lovely.
Fucking excellent. Yep, Instagram is in the chat. Do go give him a follow. We should ask him to do some fucking drawings for us in future as well.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Artists, yeah, that'd be lots of fun. Which we're not doing today because we renewed our we got a subscription to a different social media management thingy. So we basically have no money this month. So that is why we've not done it. So we've not commissioned any art. But
we did spend less money getting a new one than we would have done renewing the old one by quite a significant amount.
Yeah. We like quadrupled in price since we initially got it. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Kirstie. Glad to have you back. We're joined again by Ella BAMBUST, a favourite of the show. How are you doing, my love?
I'm doing good.
Hey, moving on.
There is a party directly below me.
Oh. And you're here instead.
and I'm yeah. No, it's mostly a noise issue. But other than that, it's been a it's been a busy weekend. Like I haven't been home at midnight for like 5 days straight. That's been a lot.
It's a long time. So I was just distracted because someone called Dispresso
Oh, hey, Dad.
has just followed us, which I just read as which I read without the first S, so I thought it was just someone called
Depresso.
Dispresso.
Yeah, I read that as well.
I read that as well.
And I was kind of like, yeah, no, that's absolutely.
Des is a good bean.
Welcome. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, do you want to describe your appearance for the sake of anyone who might need it being described?
Yes. I think, I mean, I've got a look which I like to call like goth transgender Pillsbury Doughboy. Extremely white black lipstick with a sleeveless back top, a little crescent moon necklace, big round glasses, big round face, and a mesh shirt.
Lovely. Thank you. Thanks very much for doing that. I was going to say you probably could have stopped after the first sentence. I think everyone knew exactly what you looked like. Brilliant. So yeah, you've been on this stream a few times, so lovely to have you back. For those of you who haven't seen Ella before, you do some, you actually do some like worthwhile creative art, so not just saying things to elicit laughter from strangers. So do you want to tell us about some of the cool stuff you've been doing and what you've got available for people to read?
Yes, I've been writing novels. I actually finished a novella today, earlier, making this my 18th since the start of lockdown. Most of it can be found online for free, but to actually keep the lights on and pay my rent, I also sell them on Amazon. Link is in chat, I think.
Yep. I've also put your Patreon in the chat as well, if anyone wants to support that way.
Yeah, I've also got my Patreon. For the Patreon thing is just people get early access to things that then show up available for free, but it pays my rent. So
yeah, I wanted to address when I was on your Patreon and looking at your Patreon targets. Your next one is for like 3 million or so a month, so you can purchase Tumblr and free the feminine presenting nipple. So yes. If anyone wants to contribute to that, you're on like what?
Also, if anybody really doesn't,
800
yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
If anybody really doesn't like my writing, I do also have a Patreon tier. If you pay me $5,000 a month, I'll stop.
Oh, fucking spectacular. Yeah, so do go follow Ella on the links in the chat, and also you can get the latest book, Any Other Name, on Amazon, which I know isn't the coolest thing, but I mean, like, we're streaming on Twitch. We're already like, Jesus already owns our souls. You might as well help the bottom line.
It is actively being turned into an audiobook as we speak by Eddie. So look forward to that. Audiobooks of several of my novels.
Really excited for that. That'd be fucking incredible. Yeah, please do go follow Ella on all the channels if you're not already. But if you're here, you probably have already, because we have Ella on a lot because we really like her, and also she's always free.
I work from home at my own time schedule. I have nothing better to do. There is a party downstairs and I'm here with you.
We really appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on the show. And we're also joined by someone who's only done the show once before, but was fucking incredible. We're really thrilled to have him back. We've got JONO Murray. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm very hot.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely need an image description for this one. Do you want to explain?
So it's Halloween. I've dressed as a lobster. I thought everyone would just take part and everyone would dress up and we'll have a good time. I'm the dickhead who's now sweating. So why did you choose lobster, Jono? Great question, Jonny. So my band Austerity Dogs, we have a new EP out soon. It's called Lobster.exe. So yeah, this is just some physical marketing. I am going to have to take the helmet off, though. I also have pincers. Yeah.
Good.
I'm sweating.
Did you already have that costume, or did you buy it just for this stream?
Yeah, no, I did. I got it. And then we had like ideas for things to do, and then they never came about. And then this happened on Halloween. I thought, this would be a great opportunity because it won't look that strange either, because surely everyone else will join in.
No, yeah. My only Halloween costume is the pile of laundry behind me that I did too late, and it is still damp, so cannot be removed. And also, that's there every month, so I can't. Halloween.
It's just damp upon damp upon damp at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Like the bottom bit would be dry by now if it had been hung up, but it's just had more damp stuff.
That's it, yeah. But I've just gotten into it, and because we've got a washer dryer, but like it's one of those washer dryers where if there's more than like a gram of clothes in there, they won't actually dry. So I've got to a point where like I've had to, because summer's over now, so the windows aren't open as much, but everything's still really expensive, so I'm trying to avoid putting the heating on, so stuff's just getting damp and cold, and eventually I'll just have no clothes left. So which is yeah, that's what I've had going forward as Halloween. The impending
laundry.
It's the impending crisis of living.
You're just doing the full
welcome to the show, everyone. Brilliant. But you mentioned your band net. We put the link to Austerity Dog Spotify in the chat. Do go follow that. We're actually going to be previewing a new song, which isn't yet on streaming in the first break. So do stick around for that.
Yes, please.
Really excited for that. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Have you got anything else coming up that you want to talk about, or is that?
No, yeah. We've got a new song coming out officially around December. So this is the first time the public will hear it today. So I hope you like it. The band is literally just so we're called Austerity Dogs. We're not at all political.
Obviously not.
But yeah,
you don't book political comedians on this stream.
Never. So we've just got a couple of music things coming up. Not confirmed yet, and then just that's that.
Fab. Well, I'm really excited to see where that goes. I'm really excited to hear the track as well. So thanks very much for coming on the show. We're joined again by Leslie EWING-BURGESSE. Leslie, how are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's very weird because you weren't on the stream that long ago, but it feels like it's been like it still feels like it's been like a year, even though
lots has happened.
Yeah, like
I mean, time.
In many ways, the same things were happening. Like rail strikes were the big news of that month as well.
That's true. Yeah.
We were still being governed by an oppressive Tory government. Nothing has really changed since whenever you were last on.
I think end of June.
Something like that. Yeah. I can't remember the exact date, but lovely to have you back anyway.
Lovely to be back.
Can you please describe your appearance for the audience?
Yes, but I'm also going to give notes as to how it differs from how I would like it to at this exact time.
That's fine. Yeah.
Not too in depth. No, because so I have green hair. The way that it looks at the moment, it's sort of I have a side swept fringe, but it is meant to be a very pointy fringe. But my amazing hairdresser has quit hairdressing, and so I'm in a crisis.
Oh no.
Where do I go? My hair. It's a mullet, but you can't tell because it's in a ponytail. I'm wearing a shirt that says "ugh," which is
beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, it just is always the vibe. You can't. I'm in my very bright colored flat. You can't tell from no one could tell on screen. But just to give you a warning, because I've had people I've met who've seen me on Zoom gigs before, and they've been very surprised. So in case we meet in future, I am 6'3". And also, I feel a bit bad that Jono's the only one who is in Halloween costume. And also, I literally sewed a cape for my Halloween costume for the party I went to the other day. And so I'm just gonna put on just get a little bit into the spirit. I did dress up as the Count from Sesame Street for Halloween. It is the greatest thing I've ever done. So
I'm now just imagining the Count from Sesame Street being 6'3", and I think I'm in love.
I mean, that's very much the vibe that everyone got at the Halloween party I went to the other day. And the best thing is because I'm Canadian, which is why I sound like this. And I kind of when I put on the makeup and stuff, I'm like, I know that I am a massive human, but I was like, I don't think I'm that recognizable. And I had that confirmed by a couple of people who went, yeah, it's your voice that gave you away. And I was like, yes, I can hide in plain sight. And just kept giving people little foam numbers all night.
Absolutely spectacular. So you've got some fun stuff coming up. So for those who don't know, Leslie helps to run runs.
Co-runs.
Co-runs Troy Club in London. Do tell us about your next show, which is on the 11th of November. Who you got on? If that's not a secret.
No, we have Helen Bauer headlining. We have a lot of really good acts on. One of the ones I'm most excited about is there's this ventriloquist called Lachlan Werner. And yeah, so he's got spooky ventriloquism. It's very good. But yeah, I should off the top of my head be able to rattle off all the acts, but also I can't do that for our next show, which is on the 14th anyway,
of November. It's fine.
If you're in London. So basically what I think you should do, viewer, is come to London, come to Troy Club at E06 in Tufnell Park on the 11th of November, then go to Nottingham and go see Katie on the 12th.
That's what you should be doing. Yeah,
the best thing you can do for yourself and for us and our wallets.
Yeah, absolutely going to do that. It's not that far between London and Nottingham. I don't know.
Not too bad. You can get a really cheap coach.
Yeah.
3 hours on a coach, just chill out. Life is busy.
I can't remember if there's train strikes that weekend or not. I know there's a lot coming up. I don't remember what dates, but it'd be fine. Yeah, wonderful. So link for that if you are in London or are planning on being in London on that date, which you should.
And then Nottingham the next day.
Yeah, not in the next day. Ticket link is in the. I cannot talk. This is my only cider. I have no excuse for being this bad at words.
Words are difficult.
Yeah, words are difficult. Why have I
just a construct?
Why have I got a hobby that requires using them frequently? So yeah, thanks very much, Leslie. Do go book your tickets for that. And last but not least, we're joined by a comedian who is frankly too good for this stream. Tom Mayhew, how are you?
Yes, Tom.
Yes, so my man. Coming on here.
I mean, I'm both too good for it, but also very free at the moment to do it. So I don't know how that works.
and that's what we're taking advantage of. It's every time we get we had last time Jonno was on, we had Eleanor Morton on because it was still kind of locked down at that point. So yeah, that was just fucking always quite starstruck.
But to be fair, I think I might have bullied Tom to do this.
I think you did, yeah.
Because he leaves me on res a lot, and I said, "Look, lads, you're gonna have to do this gig with me, or I will come down to London and have a word with you." It's something I will do. You know what I mean? And he always called me bluff. He's here now, so let's see where we go.
And now you're on the same team, so you have to be.
Yeah, I get in there.
But yeah, would you like to describe your appearance for the audience, Tom?
I got a face, an eye, a nose, and a mouth. One of my eyes is covered by an eye patch and a pirate hat, but they're not real. They're like virtual ones that are made through the magic of Zoom. Got like medium length long hair. I've got a jumper that's about 8 years old, but it still looks quite nice. And I think this stream says a lot for a lot of creative endeavors, that when JONO did bully me into doing this, we were like, yeah, we're going to really get dressed up. We're going to dress up in drag. I'm maybe going to be a drag werewolf or something.
We did, didn't we?
So many big ideas of what we were going to do. Like, we're going to spend all day getting dressed up. And it's just turned out that I'm a virtual pirate and JONO's a fucking lobster.
Oh, amazing.
He's not even a full lobster. He's took the lobster head off now.
Because it was hot, Tom.
You chose the costume.
We have to suffer for our ass, and I've suffered enough, okay?
We're only like half an hour in. You've already suffered enough. I can't imagine how the rest is going to go. So you've got some cool shows coming up. You want to tell us about that? You're at the Soho Theatre, I believe?
Yeah, I'm bringing
I
my
believe.
show
I know
to-
you told me like 5 minutes ago.
No, I mean, I believe I'm going to be there. I'm going to turn up, and hopefully, I will be there. That's on the 15th and 16th of November, and it's in London. If anyone
Yep.
wants to come down and see the show,
So once you've gone to London and then to Nottingham, go back to London for Tom's show.
yeah, feel
such a
Actually,
busy
no,
week.
yeah, and in between that, it's Blizzard on the 14th, so come up to Manchester and then go down to Tom.
I mean, that sounds like a lovely tour. Do it.
Yeah, just as soon as the rail strikes are over, everyone's having a very busy weekend. Right? That's what we're saying.
If anyone sees all of those shows, we'll give you a prize.
It will be this hoodie
Oh.
that you cannot buy.
And if 4 people see the shows, we'll have to cut the hoodie up.
I will also throw in some foam numbers.
Ooh.
You know when Tom mentions the we were going to dress up and everything, I think you're forgetting I actually got a tattoo just for Tom.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a tattoo. I told you I was going to get a tattoo, and you just started ignoring me, leaving me on red. And I got your face tattoos on my arm, and the whole point was I was going to show everyone. So does anyone want to see it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I sat here, like it was a good 8-hour session, and I had a picture of Tom. I said, "Yeah, just do your best." I think they did okay. So you could have been with me there, Tom, and you could have had my face somewhere.
I do. That's what you don't know.
Oh. Communicate more then.
Can we show that without setting off Twitch's?
No, my JONO face is a very private area.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Well, subscribe to our Patreon, and we'll get that to you.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Brilliant. Well, yeah. So lots of fun stuff going on. Lots of brilliant acts. We were meant to start the actual show like at least fucking 5 minutes ago. So we're going to do that now. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Let's start the actual show. Our first game is called Fake News. This game, we give each team 3 headlines, 2 of them real, 1 of them I made up. And they have to correctly identify which of the stories didn't happen. Although, as I said, full transparency, I wrote these headlines on Friday, and given how chaotic the news has been this month, there is a non-zero chance that the fake news headline I made up has actually happened since I wrote it. So if none of these are fake, don't blame me, blame society for being broken. So we're going to start with Katie's team. Katie, your 3 headlines are Man buys billboard advert to find dogs to walk. Slipknot's new vinyl has the wrong album title on the cover. And Channel 4 airs the entire In-Betweeners movie with no dialogue. Who these do you think is the fake one?
I think I've seen the clip of the In-Betweeners movie with no dialogue. Oh, wait. It was an In-Betweeners thing, but I know Jonny is not above it being like, if it was the In-Betweeners show, then they look at the In-Betweeners movie just to catch us out. But
Yeah,
that's
it's
on like an 85%.
because here's the thing. I think it's either that, it's not Channel 4, or it's not Slipknot, because those are all extremely specific. Man buys billboard advert to find dogs to walk is just, I'm 99% sure you can go out in New York or something and just find that to be true right now.
Yeah, and also it's one of those things. It's like why it seems so far fetched that it's most likely the one that's real. You know, because trickery in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because trickery and that. Love
Or
it.
maybe it's not a vinyl. Maybe it's just a CD.
Or a tape. They're coming back into fashion.
Yeah.
It's a Blu-ray.
Slipknot just printed the wrong band name on all of their tour posters.
It's not Slipknot, but they wrote Slipknot on the cover anyway.
I don't know. Like, I know that they've got a new album coming out, but I feel like if this had happened the moment I went on Facebook, Facebook would have flung Metal Hammer's article about it, and then the comments will have been full of the worst people on earth.
Mm.
Metal
And I would've
fans.
noticed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm leaning towards the Slipknot one being.
Fake? Or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Katie, you're our team captain. Save us.
What does the bird think?
Yeah.
I think.
The bird.
I keep on forgetting that it's mirrored, so I'm like, what do I think?
Bird's like, why can't you see me?
What do you think?
Fantastic.
The bird thinks that Slipknot are gay.
That's true,
Yeah, I know.
but not relevant.
Yeah. If the headline was Slipknot are gay, then you.
What are you guys thinking?
Leslie.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of want them all to be true, but that's not helpful. You know, I do wonder. I already said I think that the Billboard one is just it would be a very sort of non sequitur-ish thing to make up, you know? Mm-hmm. But also, how does he have all this money for billboards if he's not walking enough dogs?
People don't like that.
But I mean, also, rich people are crazy. So, you know.
The real rags to riches story. Last $100 into a billboard advert to find dogs.
Maybe
And now
he
he's
just
bought Twitter.
maybe he just really likes walking dogs. Maybe this is a millionaire who's got like 2 weeks
Buy
left to
a bunch
live.
of dogs, sir.
He's a millionaire with 2 weeks left to live, and all he wants in life.
Oh, that's a film. That's the film.
Feel bad film of the year.
Yeah. No, it's really sad, and it's got Robert De Niro in it.
It's got
He's
John.
playing one of the dogs.
Where people have told him that he's funny, so now he's just doing something that's actually good.
No, it's John Cusack. It's called Must Walk Dogs.
So I'm imagining it like kind of advertised as like something really serious, and then you turn up and all the dogs have voices.
God.
You know, just
We are long overdue a new Cats and Dogs film.
yes.
Oh,
but,
God.
But still, the dying millionaire is still a huge plot point, and he does die at the end.
We can't release a film without a millionaire dying at the end. This is
Yeah, and,
times have changed.
Woke.
and one of the dogs gives a eulogy.
And they're all voiced by Kevin Hart.
Oh, fucking.
Just not even differing voices, like not putting. if you're not watching the screen for a second, you cannot tell who is talking.
So it's like a motivational sports movie, because at the start, the dogs, they don't want to walk, and then and then he collapses and dies, and then the dogs just walking on their own, and it's
Yeah, they walk each other.
It's black.
But one of them
It
is dressed
doesn't-
up as him.
It doesn't say anywhere in the rules that a dog is not allowed to walk another dog.
You mean like the rules in life or the rules to this game specifically? It'd be a very weird stipulation to put in. Yes, the fake headline, and also your dog cannot walk another dog.
Anyway, I hope that all clarified
Yeah,
which one
I
was the
hope
real
that-
one.
Katie, I hope that helped.
Right.
Um,
So it sounds like you think the billboard is definitely true. So you're between Channel 4
I
and
mean,
Slipknot.
life is difficult. I need it to be true.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go
I-
with the Slipknot one as fake, and it'll be like another.
It's not Slipknot. It's not vinyl. It's not the title. One of the. It's not the cover. It's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to
It's
be
not the
something like-
album. It's not wrong.
It's not new.
Slipknot
happened
New Vinyl
ages
has
ago.
the correct album title. So you think
It's actually an old one.
They decided to
It was
change the name
supposed
of
to
the
be
album.
Iowa. It was supposed to be Illinois or something like that. They're only just saying now.
Yorkshire.
Okay.
Right, so you think Slipknot's the fake one?
Yes.
You're incorrect. It was, unfortunately, the billboard that was fake. I feel really bad about that. Yep. Channel 4 did air the entire In-Betweeners movie with no dialogue. This was apparently due to an error by which the dialogue track was tied to the audience description track for the visually impaired. I'm just saying, haven't they already suffered enough? You know, the one benefit of being visually impaired, I would have assumed, is that you're literally unable to ever watch the In-Betweeners movie. But now you're the only people who can hear it. What bullshit. And Slipknot's new vinyl was printed with the wrong title. It was printed as The End for Now instead of the actual album title. Aging Gen Xers Yell at You was pretending to still be relevant in B minor. But no, a man has not, or at least this month, a man has not bought a billboard advert to find dogs to walk. I assume it's happened at some point, as Juniper Moonlight in the chat has pointed out. It probably has happened, but it wasn't a news story this month.
We can change this. And any men in the chat, buy a billboard right now.
Do it right now, and then I'll retroactively give you the phone.
You think you're donating to Blizzard Comedy? Stop.
Instead, just buy a billboard.
You buy a billboard.
Dogs.
Let's start a billboard company.
Listen, I am willing to buy your points.
So the actual, the original story for that was
Jonny, can you add it on? Can it be one of those businesses like Blizzard Comedy and dog walking?
I'm sure Kirsty will be fine if we rebranded as that.
I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm going to do it to our Twitter right now.
If we start getting inquiries about dog walking,
Anyway,
but the actual
Already
billboard
running
story-
behind time. I'm so sorry.
Right. So a man has not bought a billboard advert to find dogs to walk. He actually bought a billboard looking for a girlfriend. It's sad to see that conservative dating app The Right Stuff hasn't been the runaway success many on the right had hoped for. So no point there. Kirsty,
so he was a right-wing bastard.
To be
and
fair,
nobody's sad.
To be fair, the Right Stuff bit was speculation on my part. I don't know if it's actually right wing or not.
I was hoping for it to
I
be
just
true.
assumed because the Right Stuff also went bust this month, which I think also launched this month. To be fair, it didn't do very well. But yeah, that's. What
I mean, who would
happened
want to date conservative men? Let's be honest.
there. Exactly. Right, Kirsty, your three headlines are: Lil Nas X pauses concert to poop. Fat Parrot banned from Bird of the Year competition, so it can't win again.
I mean, I like that it's banned because it's been winning so much, because I already love it. I want that parrot.
And NBA player.
Fat paddy.
And NBA
I want to
player
be in
has
a
been-
band called Fat Parrot, please.
I will not stop you. And final headline: NBA player banned from wearing ETAS sneakers on the court.
Okay, I want the last one to be true for the same reason I want the parrot one to be true, because I want that to have happened in the first place. And also, where can I get some of those shoes? I want some, and I want to wear them around the office until someone notices what they say, and then realizes I've been wearing them every day for 6 months, and it's too late to tell me not to. That's what I want out of life. Please get me those shoes for Christmas. I've forgotten the point of this round. What I've learned is I want a fat parrot and eat ass shoes, and
Yeah.
So really,
and fuck
whatever
the rest of
happens,
it.
you have one.
I will have one when I have my parrot and shoes. Thank you. Can I win a
Don't
parrot
worry.
and shoes if I get this round?
I do not have a parrot or ETAS shoes. If I did,
what's the
I would give them
point?
to you, whether or not you won.
Oh, thank you.
This is a proper tough one. Tom's French now. Anyway,
Tom has not been paying attention to the UK news. Why do we not have any French news stories in this game?
nah, you know what? It says Lil Nas X pauses concert to poop. Like, for me personally, that is like believable, because I pause everything to poop. Bowel movements are important, so I don't think people give it enough credit. Do you know what I mean? Healthy bowel movements.
Definitely better that than shit on the stage. Like, that'd be a bigger news story. Lil Nas X takes dump mid-show.
Yeah, so he was thinking of the audience, so I'm hoping that's real.
I mean, yeah,
Because
at least
it's also
it's not
something
like,
I would do too.
it's not Little Nas starts concert to poop. That would be weirder.
I mean, we don't know.
He interrupts his poop
do
to
that
sing
in
some
his spare
songs, and then
The concert starts with the doors open and he's on the toilet with a newspaper going like, "Hello guys."
to be fair, I could absolutely believe he'd do that. That's
You know what? Actually, I think I'm on it, because you like the stickers, Jonny. NBA player banned from wearing ESR sneakers on the court. Well, there was that guy from Wrexham who's banned from wearing "fuck the Tories" on his boots.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the
fake one.
I think that's
All
what
right.
tricks up.
I like that logic.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm taking this way too seriously now.
Don't worry, so do I. Like,
I'm
like
zoned in.
3/4 of the way through the show, I have to wind myself down and remember that, like, I don't get anything for these points.
Yeah,
Like, I can't trade
last
them in
time,
for prizes.
last time
like
I was on, I was
ticket.
Like
I was
a
dead
bird.
annoyed. I was dead annoyed because Jonny did sit me up on something. So this time I was like, no, you're not going to do it this time, mate.
I mean, I'm trying to work out, because usually if they have like sponsorship on their things, it's to promote a company. So is Eat Arse like, was this player like
Maybe he wants
sponsored
to
by
promote
Blizzard or
Eating
something?
Arse,
Like, I
like-
don't know. Like,
Exactly. He wants to promote it as a lifestyle choice rather than a business.
like how does he celebrate when he gets a point?
His missus is happy.
Can I just say, Sam has just ruined the game because he's
I was going to call
Johnny, I have a
bullshit.
picture of the fat parrot to show as people were asking in chat. But sent it to everyone, so now everyone knows that is one of the real ones.
Okay, but like, we don't. Well, to be fair, it could be the fat parrot actually hasn't been banned. You just really like the story and it's going to keep winning. You're the one who's now told us that is in fact true. Like, we don't know
Ruin the game.
that there wasn't
Fuck it.
just a fat parrot and you changed the headline, which you always do. Like, I feel like that would have been a good picture round one, and the artist's interpretation of the fat parrot would have made me so happy.
Yeah.
It is a shame we don't have a photo around this time.
It is a shame. Yeah, that would have been great.
For the record, the parrot is called the Kakapo, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're very fat.
Okay, so now that it's already been spoiled, we might as well show the picture now. Fuck it.
Hence, I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's not.
So yeah. So
It's a majestic parrot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. It's
Why
actually a
would you
species
say
of
that?
parrot rather than a specific parrot. So yeah,
I would give that parrot lots of prizes. I'm definitely not surprised it won so
Okay.
many things.
Should we just give all the points to this parrot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Right.
winner of today's show is that parrot.
Is the Kakapo, right?
All right, so that leaves
Right,
us
Kakapo
with
gets 6 points for round one.
Lil Nas X pausing a concert to poo, or an NBA player wearing Eat Arse shoes. So I think Jono has a very good point. It wouldn't surprise me if Jonny had twisted the story of wearing Fuck the Tories shoes and made it like a different sport and a different catchphrase that other people might find tasteless. I don't slogan. I love the idea of that being
Say what
someone's
you see.
catchphrase. Like just eat ass out of nowhere. Love it. I don't know enough about Lil Nas X to know if he did that. I don't
to know if he poos.
I assume he pooed mid-concert.
Actually,
So-
queer men don't poo.
what I'm saying with all of this rambling is that, like, I'm kind of going to leave it up to you guys to choose which one of those you want to go with as the fake story.
I
like
think it's the NBA player.
you think it's the
NBA
NBA player? Tom, do you
NBA
have
fake?
any strong feelings either way?
No, I think it's probably the NBA player. Although I hope there is someone who has "eat ass" as their catchphrase.
Yeah, somewhere someone has to.
Can we? Right, if
The
we
new
get
Bruce
enough
Forsyth.
people
Just...
interested,
Nice
we'll
to
make
see you
Blizzard
up to
Comedy
eat ass
Eat Ass
night.
t-shirt.
Right. Okay.
If we get enough people, I am up for doing a Christmas run of Eat Ass t-shirts with the Blizzard Comedy logo on.
Yeah. We do
That
need.
sounds like Katie's excited by that too.
I'm just thinking about what I can do to wear that to work. Like how much of it I need to put a badge over.
All right, are we going with
You're going
Eat Ass
NBA.
shoes? Yeah.
You are correct. That is the fake one.
Hey.
Yep. Lil Nas X did pause a concert.
It's in there.
Lil Nas X did pause a concert to go to the toilet, claiming he was back there. The phrase he used was "dropping demons." What a fucking treasure! The Kakapo was absent from the nominations of New Zealand's annual Bird of the Year competition, reasoning that it wouldn't be very interesting if the same bird won every year. And I think I speak for everyone here on the stream, in the audience, and indeed on behalf of the country, nay, planet, that New Zealand should get that fat fucking parrot back on the ballot, fascist, or will 9/11 Auckland.
That was loaded, that lads.
Wow. I was on board until the last sentence.
That was a bit like I'm Irish Catholic. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind the step even me, but it's a bit too far.
I was going to say 9/11 Auckland using the giant stick bird from Disney Pixar's A Bug's Life, but then I finished 9/11 Auckland and I was like, you know what? It's too late to stop saying it now.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig. And no, an NBA player has not been banned from wearing ETAS sneakers. None of them have tried wearing them at all, to be fair. And this is why no millennials care about basketball. Get your shit together, NBA. NBA, which should actually stand for non-binary anus.
Good job.
So at the end of that, Kirstie's team on 3 points and the Kakapo has 6, apparently. I don't know why I decided that, but that's what's happening. Our next round is propaganda, and each of our guests will be taking on an editorial role for various news and special interest publications and regurgitating news stories into their own style, demonstrating how current events can be subtly manipulated to influence the opinions of the readers so that you can critically examine how the news that you are consuming and extrapolate the verifiable facts from any agenda they might have. See, you learn things on this show. We're not just an overconfident Mock the Week ripoff. In this round, Katie is going to be the editor for OK Magazine. Kirstie is the editor for Blizzard Comedy Blog. Basically, I just thought Kirstie would like the opportunity to just rant her actual opinions for a change.
I literally do that every show anyway.
Yeah. Well, I might as well make it an actual mechanic. So
I break character after like one every time. I'm so bad at this round.
Ella is the editor for Mumsnet, which apparently has an editor now. Jono is the editor for Stoner Magazine, Les the editor for Positivity Magazine, and Tom is the editor for the Daily Mail. So I'm going to read out the headlines. Come in if you have anything you want to say as your publication. First one, Elon Musk completes his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter.
Is that the sweet musk of success? Lucky Elon finally takes Twitter.
How mad's that?
Here at OK Magazine, we think that Elon Musk buying Twitter is okay.
Oh, brilliant. Any more on that one?
I mean, I don't think the Daily Mail probably even know what Twitter is, really, to be honest. I think they're old men.
I think the problem is that there's very little that Mumsnet can say about Twitter that will not get us banned off Twitch.
Elon Musk unbans our saviour, David Icke. Bless the chat.
Elon Musk unbans our saviour, David Glinner. Oh, finally, we can say slurs at trans people again.
Mine is just that big sigh I just did. I have no words.
Wet fart noise.
I don't know if it is in the brand of OK Magazine, but I was, as previously established, writing jokes while chatting before I came on, and I just wrote, "Musky Twitter, that's a stinky bird."
Fantastic.
Is that the name of your bird that sat next to you?
Stinky bird or musky Twitter?
Musky Twitter.
Whole thing.
Right, his name's Brian.
Oh. Okay, next
Well, now
one.
we can't be mad. We love Brian.
Ryan Reynolds, Wrexham. Bans footballer from wearing "fuck the Tories" boots. Yeah, you're right. That was the real story. Here it is now.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Ryan Reynolds, Wrexham, bans footballer from wearing "fuck the Tories" boots.
Hero footballer cruelly banned for no good reason.
Hey, Deadpool's just proper kicked off there, you know.
Man banned from football probably will be showing up in Women's League wearing a wig.
Brian, footballer, try to get along, guys.
Something like, oh, footballer banned for having a thing on his shoes. We're surprised that working class people could even write.
Any more for that one? I'll take that as a no. Next one. Bruce Dickinson blasts fans for smoking weed at recent Iron Maiden show.
Bruce Dickinson's a fucking rat.
I would just retweet that one. I wouldn't bother doing my own thing.
Lesbian icon Bruce Dickinson is a square, and we all knew it, to be honest.
I love that you're just calling back to your other material.
I have a bit of material about Bruce Dickinson being a lesbian icon, and you know.
Hey, do you reckon Bruce Dickinson's still fuming at me? Has he said anything to you?
Just another band leader who names his group after women and appropriates female culture. Thatcher is the only Iron Maiden for me. God, I feel gross.
Jonny makes you say dirty things on this show.
I know. It's so mean.
Like, I really hope no one takes that clip out of context and puts it on Twitter.
Thatcher is the only Iron Maiden for me.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fox is copying that down right now.
Oh, I hope Lawrence Fox isn't watching. It'd make me very uncomfortable.
I literally forgot who he was. Like, we made fun of him a lot in like the first year of this, and then he just stopped becoming relevant. So we haven't mentioned him for the last season and a half.
Yeah, that just went a bit sick in my mouth.
He did that Hunter Biden film that was fucking atrocious.
Oh, of course he was in that.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him. He played Hunter Biden, but he's like, he plays Hunter Biden as like this playboy who like does drugs and like
They
sleeps with
made
lots of
Hunter
strippers.
Biden. They made Hunter Biden look like Bruce Wayne.
They made him look way cooler than he actually is, and it's
Yeah.
like, I thought you're supposed to be villainizing him, and you've made him look dope as all hell.
But they did that with Bernie, and they're doing that to Joe Biden as well. I wish.
How have they
Joe
made the
Biden was-
Bidens look cool? Fucking
because
hell.
Right?
they made Joe. If Biden
Biden's
was
campaign
5%,
manager
the
couldn't
man
do
that.
that.
The right claims he is, the United States would have no problem being leftist utopia. And no, shut the fuck up.
They really like sucked their own dick over the bit where they made him say erection instead of election. Like, and like they really loved that clip. It was in like all the trailers and stuff. And I'm like, it was so poorly done. It doesn't sound like a slip of the tongue. It sounds like you've told the man, don't forget to say this is about your dick. Like, it's so bad. And they love it so much.
So that was a Blizzard blog one.
Yeah,
Any more for Bruce Dickinson smoking?
I forgot we were talking about
I
Bruce Dickinson.
don't think I'm going to top Iron Maiden in this.
Obligatory joke about topping Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
Right.
nobody tops Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it's because Bruce Dickinson's a fucking square. He's not allowed topping.
Next one. Boris Johnson announces that he will not stand for re-election as PM and Conservative leader.
Johnson announces he will not stand as stand for re-election as PM and Conservative leader.
Mine is just the Daily Mail going, why?
Here at OK Magazine, we think Boris Johnson is okay.
Not standing isn't enough. We need to put him on the bonfire or in the sea. I don't care which one, but being allowed to continue with life as normal is not okay. It's not enough.
something, put him down instead.
Hey, do you think Bruce Dickinson's still fuming at me?
Margaret Thatcher is the only PM. Yeah.
Okay, next
I hate-
one. Sorry, was someone going to say something then?
No.
No, okay. Kristen Kuru Murphy apologizes for calling Steve Baker a cunt during live stream.
More like Krishnan Gyno Murphy. That was the pun I wrote before the show. And now,
It was worth it.
thank you.
Hashtag free Christian.
Hero newsreader forced to apologise for being right. Reporting some facts for the first time in the past 10 years.
Hey guys, why not get along?
The Daily Mail thinks that being a cunt is okay.
Where's the lie?
Okay. James Corden apologizes profusely to NYC restaurateur after being accused of abusive outburst.
James Corden is still a blade, but just think Bruce Dickinson's still fuming at me.
James Corden's a cunt, isn't he?
I was going to say, that's probably something you and Mumsnet could probably agree on. I don't think...
Yeah, I like James Corden has a unique ability that I don't think any late night show host has, which is the ability to unite everyone in their just disgust of him.
You won't believe what Christian said to him, you know. It was mad, though.
Nobody likes James Corden.
I don't understand how James Corden is still a thing when he's so universally loathed. Like, who does he have dirt on? Like, the whole world, like, knows he's a bellend.
Apart from one old flatmate that I had who I got along with so well otherwise, but she was just constantly watching Gavin and Stacey and like carpool karaoke.
Oh, no.
Hey, did you know that Boris Johnson just pulled out of the race? That's mad, isn't
it? Okay, last one. Weatherspoons posts £30 million losses as pub chain faces challenge to get drinkers back.
You can do it.
An actual headline you'd probably see on Mumsnet is, "Hey guys, who is Weatherspoons currently championing? Is it one of ours or one of theirs? I need to know how to feel about this."
Probably something about, like, I don't know, the Daily Mail being furious that snowflake drinkers have voted to leave Weatherspoons.
Boycotting Weatherspoons is okay. Not what they would say.
Okay, I think we can end that one there. I think I'm going to give the points to Ella just because I feel really bad about how much she's getting.
Thank you.
And I'm also
consolation prize.
And I'm also going to give 7 points to the Kakapo just for being great. So at the end of that round, both Katie and Kirstie's team are on 3 points, and the Kakapo is on 13 points.
If the Kakapo doesn't win, I riot.
As soon as I picked that story, I was like, people are going to be so mad at this story. Like, going to be madder at this than any of the political stuff. They're going to just be together.
The Kakapo deserves something.
The Kakapo is the new people's princess.
Yeah.
The Kakapo can be the new fucking queen for all I.
I guarantee it, the Kakapo would do a better job of running a country than any of the elected or unelected officials we currently have.
100%.
And when I say elected or unelected, they are literally all unelected right now.
Yeah.
So I hate that.
Okay, so we're going to go into a short intermission now where we will be reading some of your messages in chat. So if you'd like to confess your love to myself or Kirstie or any of the panelists, now is the best time to do so. And if you really want to make that stick, you can do that by supporting us by donating to our PayPal, subscribing to our Patreon for early access to show tickets, discounts, and other benefits. Subscribing or cheering on Twitch. We are I think £6 away from our first payout on Twitch. So if all of you cheer like a few bit. I can't bother to do the maths. If all of you give us money on Twitch, we'll actually get some of the money we've been accumulating on Twitch since like 2020. So that would be really great. And also buy some merch on our big cartel site. But before we go into the break, we're actually going to show. We're going to have a preview of Austerity Dog's new track, which is called Ghosts.
Oh, exciting! I'm nervous now.
Go to the break.
I'm well excited for this.
I hope you enjoy it.
Jonny, the maths are very simple. 1 bit is 1 cent of a dollar.
Oh yeah,
that's the whole
I just
conversion.
to work out from there how many I would need for each audience member.
Good news though, since the pound tanked, we're now getting more money when we finally get our payout.
That's the reason we're near payout. To be
Unironically, my Patreon income has gone up in recent months. Not because I have more patrons who are paying me more money, just because the euro is also tanked.
Right, yeah, let's play the track, Sam, please.
Saved me at 15, £3 now, that's where you've lost us. I see Bates still kicking, dementia driven alcoholism, pursued by the hanger-oners that just wasted their money on the roulette machines. Basically crack if it was on an LED screen. It ain't changed now, dear, but I have. Ghosts of my old haunts. Same stool, poor girl was seeing a lad's well more of a fool. Years ain't been easy on her, not saying life is easy, but without cunts it's easier. Sipping a vodka lemonade, house stuff on school nights, label when she has something to prove. Waiting for the Saturday night crowds, lads back from the match. Surely these won't know her, surely these won't know her ex-fella. He has a black eye, that was a debt that didn't get paid. I sincerely say hi to both of them. I grew up with these two beautiful souls who didn't get the opportunity our government says is readily available. Stuck in a never-ending cycle of shite. Mark went to uni but got a drug habit, got thrown out, and the NHS no longer prescribed the help he needed. So he spins now to pay that habit. He spins now. Round and round and round and round, he spins now. Round and round. He spins now. He spins now. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round. He spins now.
Fucks.
We're back!
Oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back.
Wow.
Well, I stand by what I said. This fucked.
Well,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I
no,
hope
that's fucking
everyone-
great.
I hope everyone liked it.
Is it just the two of you in the band? Just like
Yeah. So it's just the two of us. We do everything ourselves,
Awesome.
and then this new music we're doing, which there's more effort in it. We started off just my poems.
yeah.
It was very basic beats, and then now that we've established and stuff, we've actually put an effort into it. We're orchestrating it a lot more.
Yeah.
And it's a very depressing song, so I'm sorry to just bring it down, but then we'll all bring it back up now.
It's fine. I mean, it's been a very depressing month. I think it's fine.
It's all about the month's news. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to be a bit sad no matter how funny
Yeah.
everyone is
Yeah.
tonight.
But yeah,
Well, on
I
the
hope everyone
upside,
liked it.
Kakapo is winning the show, so we're.
So, you know,
I want everyone to get matching Kakapo tattoos to commemorate today.
Oh,
I would
That's
absolutely get a
very
Kakapo tattoo.
Kirstie, can the Eat Us shirt have just a Kakapo on it and then just comment?
It can have like the Blizzard logo like on the back or in a corner or something, or on a
Yeah.
shoulder. That'd be hot. I don't know where I can get a shoulder
Sitting on like
shirt.
one of those banners that has like "eat ass" under it.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a branch
Oh,
going
that
across
would
with
be
this
amazing.
arse with a fat
Yes.
Kakapo sitting on it.
Yeah.
I'll get my little brother to do the design.
Kirstie, if your little brother designs a Kakapo sitting on a sign that says "eat ass," I'm going to get that tattooed before I come see all of you.
Oh, I actually will as well. And I'm going to text him in the next break or when I'm next not on screen. I don't want to be sitting here like, you guys be funny. I'm going to be on my phone.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be.
I'll just play some games on mine if that's all right.
You found a shoe company called You Eat Ass too, looking.
I did. I was looking for some Eat Us shoes because I wanted some. And I was like, someone must have done that. So I looked for Eat Us shoe. If you just Google like Eat Us shoe, it's like the first thing that come up. And it says You Eat Us too. And it's used the wrong kind of two. And it's a custom shoe concept by Your Mum Eats Ass. And they're just like really basic, regular shoes. So like, they don't have swear words on or nothing.
What the
Which
fuck?
I would have assumed. But it's just there's a place called Your Mum Eats Ass, and they just make some pretty simple looking boots. So I'm not like promoting or advertising them, but I appreciate their name. It's unique and I won't forget them, but I also won't buy any of their shoes because they look expensive and they don't have anything about eating ass on them, which is the entire reason I want them. Like, I want it to like garishly project eat ass where everyone can see.
Thanks for the follow, Tom Mayhew.
Glance at my shoe. I don't want to have to explain, these shoes are fun because of the name that you don't know and can't see. That defeats the point of buying those shoes.
It does. No, I agree. Is this who you're cancelling now? If you...
Yeah. What?
Okay.
I'm doing it now. That's to be fair, I've wanted to cancel the same thing for like 3 months, and I haven't been on a show. I've just been nurturing this hatred for a long time, and I'm definitely going to overrun when it comes.
That's fine. I mean, like, I have stopped trying to constrain people. Just don't go on for like more than like.
Oh, good, because I was very prepared to take a deep breath and then like pass out at the end, trying to cram it all into a minute.
I wanted to say, speaking of inappropriate like clothing wear, I don't know who here is familiar with Shirt Bimbo. This is one of those, don't broadcast this on screen, because Shirt Bimbo has extremely inappropriate things, among which is several t-shirts with queer slurs on them, but very what's the word, reclamatory.
Right,
yeah, it's my favorite ones are just a brick in the colors of the trans flag, or socks that say I am very stupid, or oh fuck poor Yorick.
Oh, this sounds amazing.
Oh, they're fantastic. But some of these are just like, I can never wear this in public, because some of these are just like, this too hot to pass.
There's a band. Sorry, I didn't really want to carry on.
Just the t-shirt, like the Nickelodeon, what are they called again? Like the green and then blue names. Fuck. Never mind. You say your thing.
Well, going on the subject of inappropriate clothing, I have a hat. There's a band called Pink Suits, and I bought their hat, and it's like a pink beanie hat with some badges across the front, and one's like the show logo, and one's like the whole words pink suit, and one is like a picture of some pink suits that were on like an album cover, and then the last one is just a nipple. And it's so up close you cannot tell like whose nipple it is. It's just a nipple on a badge. And I wore that beanie like every day for like 3 months when it was cold, and I had like freshly shaved sides of my head, and I was like, I am going to wear this hat around, and I wore it in the office for a good like all of that time for solidly 3 months before someone was like, is that a nipple on your face? And I was like, yes it is. And now I realize I've been wearing it in meetings with the head of department this whole time.
Amazing.
Spectacular.
Shout out Pink Suits for that dope ass hat. Definitely check them out if you have some time.
Just looking at the Twitch chat, I just saw more 3193 has said, if you're reading this Lauren Fox LMAO, and I forgot what that was in reference to. Is this Lauren Fox's Hunter Biden again?
Yeah. Oh, it's so Lawrence Fox is so bad.
And I mean this as a slur. The trailer looked like an SNL skit.
Yeah, it looked like a parody of what it actually was.
Yeah, but like a really cringe parody from people who are on SNL. Who some of them are great comedians in their own right, but for some reason on SNL are terrible.
Did anyone see that show with Billie Piper? It was like I Hate Susie, something like that, where like she plays like a child star who's now like famous and kind of washed up and doing like voiceover work that she hates, and she's married to this like
the Billie Piper thing.
Yeah. She's married to this absolute prick, and it is blatantly just she has lifted scenes from being married to Lawrence Fox and put them straight in the TV
Amazing.
show without changing a word of the argument. Like it's so obvious. Like he's a really well played character as well, because he's such a slime bag who's like always twisting things and being all gaslighty to make it look like he's definitely in the right.
Yeah.
And like using a mistake you made against you forever, and it's absolutely like you can feel how awful it was being in a relationship with Lawrence Fox.
Oh yeah. So, none of that surprise. I mean, I got all that from just seeing what Lawrence Fox is like.
Yeah, that is true.
Brilliant. Yeah, lots of love for the track, Jono. Yeah, fucking great. I listened to a bit through Twitch, and I really loved it. It's 100% my vibe.
Thank you. I was actually
once that's on streaming, that's definitely going to go on a future Blizzard playlist.
Nice one. I was proper nervous because that's our first one we're doing. But, thank you for that.
Thanks very much for sharing it. Yeah, we should do sort of stuff more often, share little skits and stuff from people during the break, so it's not just chatting shit for longer than we should do. Speaking of chatting shit for longer than we should do, we're 8 minutes overrunning, so let's carry on with the game. We're all back. I mean, to be fair, I think we started the break about like 10 minutes late, so I think we're catching up. Just not enough. Next round is Between the Lines. Too often, politicians and public figures manage to keep their intentions hidden by careful use of language and manipulation techniques, but no more. This round, we take notable speeches, posts, and statements from political or public figures, and with the help of our guests, translate the subtext from the speeches. I'll be quoting the speeches line by line, and in turn, the team members will translate what the real meaning should be. So we're going to start with Katie's team, who are going to be translating Liz Truss's resignation speech.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Does anyone want to opt to go first out of your team?
I will take the leadership role.
Yay, Katie.
Okay. We'll go Katie, then Ella, then Leslie, and then Luke Brown in that case. Okay, so the first line is, I came into office at a time of great economic and international instability.
And I did make it worse. It was pretty bad, so you can't really blame me for trying. High stakes. It was like the end of an action movie, but I fucked it up. A lot of subtext.
Families and businesses were worried about how to pay their bills.
my donors were getting annoyed at the lack of tax revenue I was sending their way.
Putin's illegal war in Ukraine threatens the security of our whole continent.
And I've got nothing.
Yes, to be fair, you did get the hardest line out of those first three.
But let's just assume that that's what she means.
Yeah, no, to be fair, good point. And our country had been held back for too long by low economic growth.
I had nothing to do with that as Home Secretary.
I was elected by the Conservative Party with a mandate to change this.
Daddy told me to change this.
I don't even want to know who Daddy is in this context.
Oh, you don't know about the Liz Truss day collar scandal? Oh boy, do I have a story to tell you later?
We'll come on to that. We delivered on energy bills and cutting national insurance.
Baby shark, do.
And we set out a vision for low tax, high growth economy that would take advantage of the freedoms of Brexit.
And fuck over everyone else.
I recognise, though, given the situation,
I've almost forgotten what's going on. I'm just powering through at this point, reading my cards.
I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party.
Will anyone judge me if I just lie down on the floor right now?
I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
He didn't even know who I was, but he nodded enthusiastically.
This morning I met the chair of the 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady.
This morning I met some old man.
We agreed there will be a leadership election to be completed in the next week.
I was really hoping it would be an actual chair.
So I've just seen Moore's comment, Liz Truss resignation speech bracket instrumental.
We should have just all had like
trombone
drugs.
game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like someone did a trombone, there's that trombone game meme that's going around, and someone did it to Liz Truss's speech. They're not even playing the game well.
Good.
Okay.
They have to get it out fast, not well.
Neither is Liz Truss.
Okay. Back to Katie for the last few. This will ensure we remain on a path to deliver our fiscal plans and maintain our country's economic stability and national security.
For the next 3 days, and then after that, who fucking knows?
I will remain as Prime Minister until a successor has been chosen.
You can't get me out of here.
Yeah.
Not that easy.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Fantastic.
So I need to tell you very quick about the Liz Truss day collar. So somebody pointed out that in almost every single picture of Liz Truss, she is wearing the same necklace, one of two necklaces.
I did see this, yes.
One of which has a bit. They both have a big ring on it. Which, once you start Googling what a day collar is, you realize that it is a BDSM thing, signaling that you have an owner who would have you wear a collar in public, but you can't obviously wear a collar if you're, in a position of office. So she is wearing what's known as a day collar. Now, all of this would be, circumstantial at best, but she is also, from time to time, wears a large medallion. And behind the large medallion is a smaller necklace, which that medallion covers up, which is colloquially known as the cum necklace. It is supposed to look like jizz, and it is presumably her daddy's.
Fucking hell.
So Liz Truss is a subby bottom. Somebody said, what if it was just her husband, who everybody presumes her daddy Dom is, just told her to kill the Queen and tank the pound like a good girl.
She's got like a humiliation king.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. Okay.
If
wow.
literally anyone else had killed the Queen and tanked the pound as a sex game, I would be well behind it. But because it's her, I'm not. I'm like, as if you've made something that sounds so cool when you describe it in abstract terms, so lame just by being you while you did it.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to Kirstie. Kirstie,
You're welcome, by the way.
you are going to be translating Boris Johnson's withdrawal statement. So we'll go.
That sounds gross.
I actually feel sick. Like,
I have to pretend to
I
be
don't
this-
want to know what Boris Johnson says when he withdraws. Shut up.
Tom's got his little mask, his fedora on.
exactly.
So I'll just take a minute.
Tom's wearing the mask because we're commemorating in this round, like, the person who has stolen the most from the country in a long time.
The chat.
The country's
And
most
that-
enormous thief.
Isn't the main
And that is a
problem
highly
that,
contested title.
isn't the main problem that Boris Johnson hasn't made enough withdrawal statements over his life?
Ugh.
Oh,
Right.
Ugh.
We'll go Kirstie, then Jono, then Tom, and look round. First line. In the last few days, I've been overwhelmed by the number of people who suggested that I should once again contest the Conservative Party leadership.
Frankly, it shocks me that there's one. I'm clearly really fucking good at everything.
Both among the public and among friends and colleagues in Parliament.
do I have to start snorting sugar again? I don't look. Me mate's me mate. We know what the score is, yeah. I've got a couple of kids that need to ring, so I'm just going to get on with this.
I have been attracted because I led our party into a massive election victory less than 3 years ago.
I'm the top dog, and I want to fuck everyone again.
And I believe I am therefore uniquely placed to avert a general election now.
I am the best at everything. Mummy told me when I was born. That hasn't changed. Why do you keep arguing with me? Just let me do things my way. I don't actually give a shit how it will happen for any of you, but, like, you just should. You just should. You just should.
A general election would be a further disastrous distraction just when the government must focus on the economic pressures faced by families across the country.
I don't like the look that Starmer gives me when I'm in there, you know. You know, something, right? It's just, is this me firstborn or me seconds? Wait there, you're gonna have to wait. Look, let's face it, we fucked it. So we need to start getting this ball rolling and build ourselves up again. Or that slimy get, what's his name, Starmer? He's gotta get in.
I believe I am well placed to deliver a Conservative victory in 2024.
Actually, I think I might just do Big Brother. Is that coming back? Can I do that?
And tonight I can confirm that I have cleared the very high hurdle of 102 nominations, including a Prosperer and a Seconder, and I could put my nomination in tomorrow.
I can buy as many nominations as I fucking want. And you know what? It's coming out of the taxpayer pocket, baby!
There is a very good chance I would be successful in the election with Conservative Party members and that I could indeed be back in Downing Street on Friday.
Let's be honest, you don't fucking hate me. But you've got Truss, something about the cheese being a disgrace. Sunak, well, we know you don't like him. So I'm your best bet.
But in the course of the last few days, I have sadly come to the conclusion that this would simply not be the right thing to do.
I looked in the mirror and went, actually, I'm a bit of a wanker, aren't I?
You can't govern effectively unless you have a united party in Parliament.
Fuck you, bitches. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm dumping you. You're not dumping me.
And though I have reached out to both Rishi and Penny,
I reached out, but look, they didn't answer me. And then Bruce Dickinson give me a text, which I thought was dead weird. So I go, I one belled Rishi, said, hey, just do us a favour and answer it.
and they just left you on red. Because I hoped that we could come together in the national interest.
I hoped they'd give me some money for doing very fucking little, mate.
We have sadly not been able to work out a way of doing this.
They refuse to do as they're told. Fuck them. They're not dumping me, I'm dumping them.
Therefore, I'm afraid the best thing is that I do not allow my nomination to go forward and commit my support to whoever succeeds.
This might be my most successful pullout.
I believe I have much to offer, but I'm afraid that this is simply not the right time.
I'm going to go do I'm a Celebrity, I think. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I don't know who to give the points to there. Fuck it, you're both getting 3 points, and so is the Kakapo. So, at the end of the round, Katie's and Kirstie's team are both on 6 points, and the Kakapo is on 16. Our next game is cancelled. People often criticise the left for being a bit too trigger-happy when it comes to cancelling people. I say we're not cancelling people enough. So this round is a chance for each of our guests to nominate a person, place, thing, or concept to be cancelled forever. This month, I will pick my top 3, and you at home will get to vote on which one we'll be cancelling. And then that is the end of the process. Nothing else happens because cancel culture is a myth. Right, let's start. Oh, who should we start with? Let's start with Kirstie. You've not been on a while. Who are you cancelling this month?
I am cancelling all of television.
Okay.
So I don't have a TV license. I've never had one, and I realize I'm about to say a lot of things that you might already know if you do have one. But I've spent a lot of time at my dad's house, and he has one, and I can't fucking believe that TV has got this bad and no one's done anything about it. Like, it's fucking atrocious. Adverts are horrible. I hate them all. They're terrible. They treat everyone like you're a child, and I particularly hate the money supermarket ones. Where Dame Judi Dench absolutely abuses her position of authority as the nation's beloved old auntie by like doing that line, like, if we can't save the country money, like no one can. But like, yes, the energy company is getting like massive rising profits while also rinsing us dry. They could do something about it. The government that refuses to put caps on energy bills, they could do something about it. Lots of people can. Like, and this is just putting the blame on the people who are already poor enough. Stop it, Judi Dench. You don't need the money. You are worth millions, and you are lecturing the people who are feeling the pinch. Fuck you. I don't like the BBC. The BBC is very bad. They've made this documentary about Elon Musk, and it's just kissing his ass the whole time. It's like everyone being like, oh, he was a genius from when he was a baby. Like, no, he was rich from when he was a baby. He could afford his own fucking propaganda. Why is the license fee people paying for it? I also hate this show. It's called Find It, Fix It, Flog It, and my dad loves it because he likes fixing up old bits of shit. But they go into these people's houses who have like 5 garages they haven't been in 10 years full of shit, and they fix it up, and then they just give them the money for free that they make off this stuff. But it's like, these people have enough stuff already. They don't need more money. And they're like, what are you going to do with the money? And they're like, oh, I'm going to buy some treats for my horses. Like, we have like nurses using food banks. Go and give them some fucking money and like put that on the telly if you have to. But stop giving money to like people who already have lots of money. It's like Cash in the Attic, but like so much worse, because like now I'm aware of the issues that this exemplifies. And really what I want to watch instead of any of this shit is like a 3-hour video essay about how British daytime TV is dystopian as fuck. That is what I want. In conclusion, my problem is definitely actually capitalism, but seeing it on TV has fucked me off recently. And like, all I want to do is I think all TV should just be Judge Judy, who is my like one problematic fave.
Kirstie, can you just come rant at my house like once every few months?
Sadly, yes.
It gives me life.
Tune into Pleasant Comedy when I'm on it. It's like this every time.
Oh, fucking wonderful. I have absolutely missed hearing your rants. Lovely. Okay, Katie, who are you cancelling this month?
I'm cancelling the Mysterious Forces. It's
going to be all something to give us some context, but no.
All of them.
All of them.
I am, I don't know, maybe still am. I'm a formerly edgy atheist teenager, and if I wasn't gay, working class, and a woman, I probably would have gone down the alt-right pipeline. I read Dawkins, and I used to bring the God delusion into RE class like a cunt. I'm slightly lapsed, and because of the goth thing, I did dabble in witchcraft quite a lot. Like I said, I'm moving house at the moment, and I've got all of my witchcraft stuff in a crate where it pretty much stayed since the last time I moved house because I stopped doing it because I didn't have an altar and I just didn't set it up. And it didn't want to move house because on the way from my house now to the new one, I was just walking it over and I got my camera and my guitar on my back, just because they're all fragile things and I didn't trust them in the moving van. And then I reached like one point and the bottom of the crate drops out. Everything falls out and smashes. And then within 5 seconds, it goes from blue skies to the heaviest rain.
Oh, no.
I ran home, got a box, and I hid my guitar and my camera, which is the most expensive thing I've owned, under a skip as I desperately tried to get everything back in the box. I cut my hand on some broken glass.
Oof.
I got everything home. My camera was wet, and so was my guitar. And luckily, it's all fine. But it has tipped me over the edge of my edgy atheism. I didn't ask my witchcraft stuff whether it wanted to move house, and it just threw itself on the ground like a toddler. But I got very frightened because it nearly did like a grand's worth of damage.
Fucking hell. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Fuck.
and it's here. It's that box which has got my bowl on it because I'm professional. And I
Did you
don't
ask it if it
trust
wanted
it
the ball
now.
on it?
I'm gonna get an Uber just for that box. I'm gonna wrap it in magical cloth or something.
The Uber's just gonna like disappear into like time space continuum, not before it arrives.
It might just have to stay
and it'll
here.
still be on the clock, so it'll just keep the
Roommate
price will just keep going up, and it's never appearing anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds traumatic. But I'm glad you're nearly done moving. Hopefully, that will be the last time mysterious forces invent your day. Right. Let's go with Jono. Let's have you next. Who are you cancelling this month?
Well, it's sort of related to what Casey was saying. Game shows, reality shows, because me and my missus, we come up with this idea for a game show, and it's a bit like a reality show as well. And the competition is just so fierce to get things on there, and on the telly now, it's just a load of shit. So the game shows, bollocks. Reality shows, like, you know, I like to watch Ghost Adventures and stuff like that, and some of them just chat poop the entire time. They're like, oh, I'm sent to the spirit. I don't it. Yeah, the idea me and Lorien have got is, you know, it's potentially award winning. Jonny, did you just ask what it was? I'll happily tell you. So it's called Is It? 3 contestants. The prize is a trip to Dignitas. So first round, there's 3 beehives. One of them is bees. That round's called Is It Bees? And then the winner, if they choose right, they get killed. So they don't need to go to head. So everyone wins. And everyone's telling me that like I could get cancelled for that. I think it's fine. The competition is just so fierce, and every time me and Lorien pitch it, we just get speed bumps. Someone, a solicitor, don't know what that's about. So I don't think it's an issue. It's fine. It's sweet oblivion. That is what we all aim for. So that's what I'm cancelling. Reality shows, game shows, and the fierce competition in television.
Wonderful, yeah. I really want really want you to put that monologue as your next your next song. Just I really want a backing track under that.
Is this it? It's
Oh, incredible. Yeah, no, absolutely. I would, if I had any television authority, I would absolutely commission that. Fuck what the
Thank you.
the woke liberal elite say. No, fuck it. We can have a occasionally like that. Right. Let us have Ella. Who are you cancelling?
Okay, I wrote a poem instead. 2 days
Better be
ago.
cancelling yourself.
Oh, hold on. 2 days ago, me and my friends decided to drink ourselves all out of sense. We got all dressed up to get really messed up. And alcohol, I said it depends. So I made sure that I looked bizarre for the Halloween bash at the bar. When I put on my suits and my fancy tall boots, I thought maybe I took it too far. But the party was fine, all considered, but my friends looked awfully withered. So when I looked inside and caught me a fright, and I thought, well, I got to put this on Blizzard. Inside, no one was dressed like a ghoul. Only dude bros with hairdos like tools, with polos and Vans and brown khaki pants, and the rest of us now looked like fools. So the party turned out to be sad, but in the end, I can't even be mad because I made this dumb poem, and when I finally got home, and I don't think it turned out too bad.
That was great.
I enjoyed it. I'm slightly confused as to what specifically you cancelled.
The pricks at the bar. It's all really happened. We were going to our favorite bar, all dressed up, and there were 50 douchebags in there, dressed like Tories. We were so mad. I fucked off at midnight. I went home on a Halloween party on Saturday.
Oh no.
I'm still mad,
That's
but I
sad.
did write 5 limericks of it.
Incredible. Thanks very much for that. Tom, who are you cancelling?
I seem to have thought of something quite similar to Kirstie because I want to cancel all online advertising. Because I really hate it. I was watching this thing with my nephews recently, and it was like a little kids show where someone was playing pranks on people, and then they played 3 pranks on like their brother, their sister, and their dad. And then at the end, the dad goes, "Oh, daughter, where'd you get that prank box?" And they went, "What? This prank box? Oh, this is our limited edition prank box you can get from our store if you click below." And it really like I preferred it when we were younger, right? You'd watch a TV show and the adverts would be after the TV show. But now the adverts are part of the online show, and literally it's going like, "Oh, you want fun like we're having? Buy our shit. Buy it right away." And I don't want their shit. And I was listening to a podcast recently, right, where like it was a podcast from 2016, and in the podcast the host was going, "Oh, please donate money to me so I don't have to have adverts," but it had adverts on it. They put adverts on it in the future, and then the podcast in the past didn't have adverts on. So I was listening to it, and it's going, "Oh, please donate, because then if you don't donate, I'll have to put adverts." You've already got adverts on from the future. Got them from the future, you've put them in the past, and I've listened to your advert, and then I've listened to you say, "Please donate so I don't have to put adverts," but I've just heard the advert. And it just drives me insane, and I just would like to watch something online that isn't constantly trying to sell me something, constantly trying to go, "Oh, you want to do this, buy this shit," and it's like, no. The good thing about online is that there shouldn't be adverts everywhere. Like, it should be telly is where you put the shitty adverts. And online, you can have the adverts before the product or after the product. When the product is saying halfway through the podcast, "Oh, please give me money," and I've spent like 10 minutes of your podcast listening to you ask for money, just fuck off, mate. Just piss off.
Yeah.
Please do donate to Blizzard.
We will not put. I mean, I say we put adverts on. We are Twitch affiliates. So I think Twitch does it automatically.
Yeah, Twitch puts adverts on without our consent.
But yeah, we don't want to do that. But if you subscribe, you don't get the adverts. But I wanted to find a way where people could just like donate without having to put adverts on at all. But that it doesn't work like that. If you're enabling monetization, you have to have adverts on. Which is a pain in the ass.
I don't mind people putting adverts on making money. It's just when it's part.
I do.
It's when it's part of the product. Yeah. It would be like if you were watching a film and halfway through the film they went, "Oh, what? My watch? You can buy it from Argos." It's just.
I I was
what
going to
happened to the
say,
fucking
like,
good old days?
Go on, Johnny.
Kirsty. No, I was gonna say, what happened to the good old days where the adverts were just like where just kids' cartoons just were the adverts.
Yeah, like you watch an episode
It's
of
like,
Transformers, and every character is a toy you can buy.
Yeah.
But then they didn't then go, and you can buy me in stores.
No, they were just like,
although
this is
they
cool.
are doing that now. They are doing that now.
Of course
so
they are.
I watched like an hour-long essay about how Paw Patrol is propaganda for children, and it's actually really good. But apparently,
I think I've seen it. I recommend it. I need to give it a watch.
where the kid who is like he's the Elon Musk that runs the Paw Patrol, the private police force of this town, which is already dystopian as fuck, and then you remember it's for toddlers. There's a bit where the kid jokingly goes, "Oh, now we've got new Paw Patrol t-shirts to give the people in the town," and they're actually like CGI version of the t-shirts that children can buy, and it's like that's dystopian and horrible. I hate it.
See, you can have programs like fucking Paw Patrol on, and you can't have a show like Is This It?
Exactly.
You can teach children that the private police force is good and okay and cute puppies, but like you can't let people, embrace the sweet release of death.
Okay, right. Last but not least, Leslie.
Oh God, it's definitely the least.
Come on, Leslie.
Basically, just I'm gonna make mine into a little song to make it less fucking bleak. So wait, I need to add an effect to just let's make this as basically what I want to cancel is feeling things when the things are bad. Because everyone's all over the place. It's been, it's a fucking time. I, as you could probably tell, barely pay attention to the news, hence why I'm not good at topical, because it's just too fucking depressing. And just have had such mood swings recently, and I'm kind of, like my birthday's in October, Halloween's in October, there's all this stuff where I've been like, yeah, actually I feel really good, I feel really nice now, and then my brain's like, no. Just keep dipping down. And so I realize it's very important to have, if you're, to be a person, you need to feel good and bad, because otherwise, like, I have this whole, I'm not going to do this bit of material. I have it basically just, if you feel great all the time, then therefore you don't feel great, like but just a little bit less bad feelings, please. It's just basically, I don't think anyone can disagree. Fewer bad feelings would be all right.
Fewer bad feelings would be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Better some of the time. That's what I've thought. It was either that or I had a really bad cold last week. I mean, I'm going to tell you my runner-up, but it's going to be an important lesson for me that all of, because I feel like a fair few of you are vegans and I'm not, and I should be. So I was starting to get this really bad cold. I work in this coffee shop. I was starting to feel a little bit rough. I knew it wasn't COVID, but I was starting to feel a bit rough. And then I had lunch, and we have this new chef at work, and I was like, oh, I ordered something with eggs. I'm like, can I have them really well done? And they were the least done eggs I've had in ages. But also I noticed too late that there was a big chunk of eggshell in there. So I ate a massive chunk of eggshell, and it scratched the inside of my throat. So not only do I have this terrible sore throat, but also I still have this like laceration inside my throat.
Ouch.
So I also would like to cancel that. But so it's either bad feelings or that specific bad feeling.
I was gonna say, I think that's all covered underneath the original thing.
Yeah, and I think that the other, my more vague one is better for everyone. I mean, I'd love you all to vote for my throat to feel slightly less sore, but I'd rather we all feel happier and better.
I appreciate it. Well, good. Okay, now I'm gonna have to choose the ones to put to the vote, so I'm gonna sort that out now. If I forget every time, I always try and backward slash when I should be forward slashing, or the other way around. Can't remember. Right.
I never got the idea of calling it a backslash or a forward slash. Both parts have a bit forward
know.
and a bit backwards.
I know, it's really upsetting. Okay, I'm gonna put forward to the vote on the shortlist. Mysterious Forces, I feel like have to be on there.
Thank you. I feel like this is going to make things worse for me in the long run.
Just ask the box if it's okay to move it.
What if it's
Ask the box if it's okay to make fun of it on Blizzard.
Can I talk about you on the internet?
Oh, it's a good point. Maybe I shouldn't put it.
Do a quick tarot spread.
It's gonna get you next, Jonny.
Online advertising and it's also I'm going to go for television as the third one. Ideally, I'd put all 6 up for the vote, but it won't let me. So we're going to go mysterious forces, online advertising.
You're just as bad as the people who told me that.
I know.
I thought this was a safe space, Jonny.
I'm going to write a limerick about you.
So
Please don't. Right, vote's there now. I'm gonna. Right. I can't stop you voting for your own as well, so do feel free to do that.
Oh, can you do that? Oh, that's
yeah. Well, I mean, you can't because yours isn't nominated.
well. I was one of bully Tom, so it's well. It's like, Tom, I'm gonna vote for Tom. If I can do that, I don't think I'm a boom when it comes to stuff like this, you know.
No, that's understandable. Right, so while that's happening, we're going to go into another intermission. Once again, if you're enjoying the show, please do consider supporting us in one of the many ways you can do so. And the bot conveniently put our ticket link in for the next live show as well, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. So yeah, you can support us on one-off donations on PayPal. You can subscribe to us on Patreon for as little as £2 a month. You can buy merch on Big Cartel. Soon there will be Kakapo Eat Ass shirts at some point over the next, I don't know, 6 9 months. Yeah. But once we have them, they will be for sale. You can subscribe.
I will probably put a pre-order up first, just so that I have the money to buy them.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to pre-order one, please do, because that would just make it easier on me.
We'll do a massive push for that. Don't you worry. And if you're not in a financially stable place but still want to support us, you can do so in other ways. You can yell about how great we are online. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and of course here on Twitch if you're not already doing so. So you can get more of our streams when they're going live, as well as view all previous episodes on our YouTube channel. If for some reason you want to see how we got to where we are and how much more fucked things have gotten since May 2020. So if you want to do a deep dive into that. Right, let's have a look at what's going on in the chat. Withdrawal is not effective contraception is the one thing I remember from sex ed. Yeah, that is true. That is wise. Fuck Judi Dench.
Judi Dench.
This is a close vote.
I did feel very personally offended by Judi Dench, and I don't know why, because I've got no reason to have any particular affection for her. But
you still feel betrayed.
Yeah, there hasn't been any big scandals about her. And I'm like, oh, you've made it all the way to that age and people still think you're pretty much good. That's got to count for something in a very toxic media environment. And then you turn around and you're worth millions and you're like, hey, poor people, the reason you're poor is because you're not using this exploitative service. It's like, bitch, shut up.
Yeah.
You don't get a say. When you're that rich, you forfeit your right to comment on anyone else's financial responsibility. Piss off, Judi Dench.
Yeah, no, 100% agree.
I'm also a little bit annoyed because she's a dame as well, and I know that people who are knights and dames and bullshit actually are probably cunts.
100%, yeah.
Because they've accepted honors from a country that is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But for some reason in my head, I feel like that means she has a responsibility to the people she's agreed to serve, even though no one who has ever accepted honors has ever given a fuck about actual people.
No, of course not.
But for some reason, I feel like that makes it worse, even though I know it doesn't. If anything, it puts her firmly in the camp of the arseholes.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, I thought I was done and I wasn't.
That's fine. Oh my god, the mysterious forces are out to get you. Mysterious forces can do what it's told. Really enjoy it. They should, yeah. I think the mysterious forces are interrupting this vote though, because the mysterious forces only has 2 votes compared to the others. So
it's probably for the best for me.
Mysterious forces don't want to be cancelled.
I feel like I should have just put. I feel like I should have put bad feelings in the vote. I was very torn between bad feelings and television, but I feel like
same diff.
Yeah, they are. Well, that's I mean, let's just cancel. Let's just next time just put bad things. We can cancel that. We can be done. It's a much more efficient way of doing it. Actually, yeah. Just cancel all bad things, and then you're done. If someone writes a limerick about you, is that supposed to be threatening? I'm not sure. I don't think Ella's here, so we'll ask that in a moment.
It's quite threatening.
Ella is a tiny cat
quite
right now.
creepy.
Yeah, no, they are. I mean, yeah, what's the fucking not Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't watch many films. Oh, online advertising has won. We're cancelling online advertising.
About time.
So points go to Tom's team, and the others will get runner-up points as well. So that's television. That's also on the same team, and Mysterious Forces gets a point as well. So at the end of that round, Katie's team on 7 points, Kirsty's team on 10 points. Kakapo are going to get 5 points because I said so. They're on 21 points.
Yeah, Kakapo!
Right, I'm going to go for a wee back in a moment.
I love the Kakapo. I feel like we need to get one and it to be our mascot. Like Jonny needs to get a pet Kakapo and it needs to be just like on their shoulder for every live stream. And it'd be the Blizzard mascot. Because
have you seen the thing of, it was on a TV show like 10 years ago of Griff Rhys-Jones and Stephen Fry looking at endangered animals, and a Kakapo shags Griff Rhys-Jones's head?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The heritage bit of TV.
Is that one of the ones where they were trying to make it happen, or did it happen by accident? Because I know a lot of birds, if they're endangered, like a bird keeper will wear a hat with like the plumage of a female in heat, and they'll get one of the males to like fuck its head and collect the sperm so that it can then be like bred in like.
I know exactly what you mean, Katie, but when you said some birds when they're endangered, I thought you were going to say they'll fuck anything.
Yes, it's the famous flight or fuck response.
I can relate.
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s. I know what that's like.
I really like how What If Birds was such an early thing in this, and it's truly been self-fulfilling.
It's very theme.
It has just occurred to me, if anyone has like arrived after the first round and wonders why the fuck the Kakapo is just getting points.
They can catch up on their own.
Also, I did a quick wardrobe change because you might not think it, but wearing a mesh shirt for several hours gets very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine. I had a bath and shave just before I started this stream, and yeah, everything is very itchy right now. So that's fun. I remember to moisturize first, so it's not as bad as it could have been. But yeah, so that's fun. Can we get some Kakapogs in the chat? We should really get
Kakapog emote.
We do need more emotes. I did like a bunch when we first got affiliate status, but we do need more. So I think we should definitely have a Kakapo emote. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the famous Discord like dance emote, like dancing parrot emote, that's a Kakapo.
Oh, is it?
That makes sense.
I honestly don't know any famous Twitch emotes. I barely use emotes apart from my own ones. I've got a few of my own face as well as the Blizzard logo. So there's one. There's me. There's me in the middle of a laugh. That's what I'm doing. Hog bones. Oh my god.
Can I just say something there quick?
Yes.
I went downstairs, Lauren told me off over the "is this it?" So she pitched it. She pitched it as the contestants were already dying.
Oh, like the old man in the dog movie.
Is people seeking euthanasia competing to be euthanized?
Yes,
that's extremely late stage capitalism.
That is very like.
I feel like that's already like a dark satirical film somewhere.
Yeah,
but it's like
probably
very poorly
Cyberpunk.
executed, but it's still available for $12.99 on Amazon Prime. That
To be honest,
kind of
Jono,
thing.
that would be a pretty compelling book. To be honest, like, about a society where that's a game show. I
It's
know
like
you're talking about wanting to
reverse
write it
Hunger
before.
Games.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I was terminally ill, I would like my death to be getting set on fire by Jimmy Carr on Channel 4.
But he has to do the laugh while he does it.
Oh, one thing.
And he has to start with my ears.
Start with me.
What was that? Where do you stand on James Blunt?
You go-
It's like his throat,
Okay.
ideally.
You're just there going, my ears are burning.
Someone's talking about me. Just go,
Oh yeah, it isn't dancing. It's shagging the guy's head. Wait, what? I've not seen any of that. What?
We're talking about kakapos.
Yeah, I
Always.
figured. Is it this?
Wait, is the emote that everyone uses in my work Slack channel based on the fucking parrot?
Wait, hold on. I don't know
Is it-
which one
is
it
it
is. I'm not in your work Slack
Yeah, I don't
channel.
know.
It's the one. No, but it's like it's the one that's like on Discord, but it is also on Slack. And like someone said in the chat that it's in their Slack too. Everyone uses it whenever anyone makes an announcement in like the office Slack channel, like as a response. And I always assumed it was dancing. Is that actually true? That it is an emote of the parrot fucking someone's head?
It's not an emote of somebody fucking someone's head, but it is the emote of the. It isn't a kakapo. This one, right? I DM'd it to you on Discord.
I do not know. I cannot
Oh,
see
I've got to
anything
get
that looks like
Discord
Kakabo
out.
in the Twitch chat right
There
now.
it is.
Kirsty, did you say that you use Slack at work?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it?
Right?
You use it at work. We
Yeah.
use it at work. Right, get on this. This. Have you seen the meme Slack? Well,
Yeah, that one.
if you say certain words, it'll like get rid of your message and then tell you how to actually say it. And this guy was stuck in the lift. And he put, guys, I'm stuck in the lift. And Slack went, oh, no, that's not a gender neutral term.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
I said, folks, I'm stuck in the lift. I was buzzing with that, you know.
Ella, this is exactly the
Yeah, that's a
emoji
kakapo.
that we're
It's
talking
not.
about.
It's not fucking someone's head. It's
Okay, but
just
now I
a-
can't see it as dancing anymore. I have to see it as fucking. Like, I can see why people
where
think
are we
it's
looking?
fucking.
I cannot see this. Is it-
I
Ella DM'd me a fucking parrot on LinkedIn.
I was looking in the Twitch chat trying to work out which of these.
It's
is the
not.
Kakabo. That one
It's
looks-
sadly not a Twitch emote.
Oh, it's not a Twitch one, right? Okay.
Well, okay. I'm assuming it is. Everything's
Hang
a
on.
Twitch emote.
Everyone knows that parrot, right? Now look at it. Like now that someone said it's fucking, doesn't it look like it's fucking?
Yeah, it's the potty
I-
parrot.
I
Yeah.
cannot tell. The resolution is terrible. On my-
I also put it in the.
We
which
used
is probably
every
my
word
own
to
interest.
celebrate.
It is. It is in the Blizzard Discord now.
Okay, let's have a look in there. Right, did we just put it somewhere without context?
Yes.
There we are.
Is it?
No,
Look at 'em go.
yeah, I would still say it was dancing, but it's definitely. I mean, you can't see what's happening below the wings, so it's very hypnotic, though.
It is. I want to like drop acid and watch this for 5 hours.
Right, we can do that when we finish the show.
That's the next live stream when we switch over to Kirstie's channel. Kirstie's just sitting there going,
Just like every like 20 minutes or so going like, you guys, it's fucking.
Can I celebrate something really, really? This is stupid. Something that happened since last time I was on here is that I now have fucking D cups, and they're fucking massive.
Congrats.
Good.
And it's just hormones. It's just like in 6 months, we're like, you know what? We're going to catch up a good 20 years. It's just really just go for that.
So when did you start hormones?
I mean, I got on hormones
So, I mean,
3 years ago.
3 years. So how quick did this come out? The D cups?
Half a year ago.
Fucking hell.
And the past 6 months, it was just like, oh, well, I guess half of my shirts are crop tops now.
That's when you said it could have hormones. You didn't know it was like a different treatment or something you started.
Sorry, what?
So when you said it was hormones, I didn't know it was like a different treatment.
Oh yeah, no. It was just it was more like it's not a breast
very delayed
implant.
effect.
It's not a breast implant. It was just like hormones just snuck up on me with like a saucepan, just swang.
It ran up to you like when you're putting sticky weed on someone's back, but it's just two boobs, and then it ran.
Exactly. It's like, fuck am I supposed to do with that? I mean, they're fantastic, but half of my outfits look really slutty now.
When?
Yes, now. Right, are we all back? Shall we resume with the show? And then we can and then we can all take acid and watch the dancing / fucking cack-post.
Let's watch the dancing / fucking.
To be fair, that sounds just like a regular Saturday night out. I do acid and watch the dancing / fucking.
Yeah. So our next game is the Great Debate. It's all well and good poking fun at the news, but at the end of the day, it is important to engage with politics on a non-ironic level as well. So what we like to do here is debate some of the key issues going on in the last month with a panel of experts, which in this context means people who may have expertise in knowing very little about the topic of discussion and maybe too serious people to balance it out. Today we're going to be discussing the legal status of marijuana, and we are joined by Katie, who is the editor of the Catholic News Service in America, Kirstie, who is the CEO of a private prison firm, Ella is Elon Musk, I'm so sorry. Jono is Joe Biden, I'm so sorry. Leslie as the lettuce that outlasted Liz Truss's time in office, I am not sorry for that. And Tom is Michael Gove, I'm so sorry. So thanks all for joining us. So just an opening statement. First of all, open question: should marijuana be decriminalized? We'll start with you, Katie. Well, what do you think about this?
Absolutely not, because if people's lives aren't completely upended by minor infractions, how will we get at them when they're vulnerable? If people's lives are good on Earth, what do we realistically have to offer? Nice smelling smoke. I'm a Catholic. The only smoke I'm interested in is from a censer and I'm swinging it around. I'm not interested in or anything like that.
Jesus' tank, as we call it.
Yeah, and there is something to be said for the fact that in earlier translations of the Bible, it actually gives accounts and recipes for the use of cannabis oil in holy oil, which was anointing candles, anointing people, and was taken as part of prayer rituals by Christians in the earlier versions of the Bible. However, we're already selective about what we take from the Bible, so fuck it. Also, I don't know if weed can be used as an abortifant, but it sounds like it could do, and I don't like it.
That's the word. I love it. Good.
Love the dab at the end.
I did it, and then halfway through, I remembered that they pray like this. And I thought they were pretty good dabbing. But I was looking for a way to end. Oh, I should have gone like, amen.
Said you dab.
That's how you end the speech, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Kirstie, what do you think about this? Should marijuana be decriminalized?
Absolutely, it shouldn't. The fact is that, when you do the marijuanas, it makes you a danger to yourself and others, and you have to be put away for your protection and the protection of our families. And I'm providing the world a very valuable service in, ruining these people's lives over a non-violent offence to protect you. And just to confirm, if they do decriminalise it, I get to keep those ones behind bars, yeah? Those don't get revoked? Still keep it, but just in case you do, they don't go back, yeah? Yeah. Because that's a lot of money for me.
Fair points. That is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
You didn't dab at the end, though, so I'm
Which I need to provide the world this valuable service of like keeping black fathers from their children.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. We're gonna move on to someone less controversial. Move on to someone less controversial now. Elon, what do you think about?
Well, obviously, I think that weed should not be should be decriminalized. Weed has helped me invent some of the greatest inventions in mankind, such as inheriting a diamond mine. Emerald mine. And buying Tesla and putting my name on it. And I could not have done that without weed. It is how I became a billionaire. If you smoke enough weed, you become a billionaire just like me. Also, make sure to invest in Muskcoin.
Buy all your weed with Muskcoin. Good.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess we should probably hear what the president has to say about all this. So, President Biden, what are your views on decriminalizing weed? Should it be done? Or what do you think?
Hello. Did I do that?
I mean, yeah, kind of. You've started the steps to do it.
Okay. I told Kamala Harris that that's not what I wanted.
Mr. President, quickly, does that mean, the ones that aren't going to get in trouble later, I can still keep the ones that are already in trouble, yeah? Yeah?
Kamala. Hang on. Is Elon Musk South African?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on? Okay, so decriminalize weed. I did that. No. Yes. No. No. Hunter, he was smoking weed from a pipe. Yes.
I don't know. I'm not his mum.
That's what I tried to get rid of. That
His mum?
not the same? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Thanks for that.
Is that a lettuce?
I'm a lettuce.
It is
Excuse
a
me, that is the Prime Minister.
Speaking of lettuce, yeah. What are your views on the criminal status of weed?
I'm a lettuce.
You are, yeah. But do you have any feelings towards?
I'm a lettuce.
You're a lettuce. Cool. Cool.
I was really looking forward to hearing the lettuce speak. I thought it was going to be like when Andrew Marsh did the voice of the coronavirus, and it was like a fucking goblin.
I was just expecting the phrase, I think we should all just let us be.
Hey.
Hey.
I was expecting some kind of
Guys,
devil's lettuce pun.
I'm a lettuce.
This is a secure line, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Someone's calling me called Bruce Dickinson.
Are you the editor for Stoner magazine by any chance, Joe Biden?
No. I have to say, they'll tell me off if I say something else.
Yeah.
They'll tell me off if I
Okay.
say something else.
Fair enough. Thank you, Mr. President. And Michael Gove, what are your views on the criminalization of marijuana? Should it be decriminalized in America or here? What do you think?
Well, I believe that the lettuce is correct. I completely agree with what the lettuce. We should listen to the lettuce because, in a way, aren't we all lettuces in many ways? Of course, experts have said things, but I've always said we don't need experts. We don't listen to them. I think they're rubbish. I think people shouldn't do drugs. Excuse me, just. Fuck. Okay. I don't think people should do marijuana because, sorry, I just think it's a bad example to our children. Our children should try and be more lettuce in many ways.
We need to build the roads in Ohio.
Thank you, Mr. Biden. That's very, very helpful in many ways.
Mr. President, the prisons in Ohio. Remember?
You can sum up prisons in one word.
Mr. President.
Marla.
Mr. President, the Tory government wants to know, can we borrow a tenner?
I think so. I think we can.
The economy saved. Brilliant news.
I think we can.
Oh, wonderful! I'm not sure what just happened there, but I'm glad we've solved one issue.
I'm a lettuce.
Even if it's not the one we asked for. Thank you very much, Lettuce. 1 point for you.
Joe Biden's just left, just walked out.
All right.
While he's gone,
Bye, Dan.
while he's gone, Michael Gove, we're still on for our meeting next week about some outsourcing. Yeah.
He told me we're finished. Yes, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Well, the next question is it fair and efficient to be prosecuting marijuana possession so harshly? Like, surely it costs quite a lot of money to be doing this, and it does seem to target just like impoverished backgrounds more. So is this the right thing to be doing? Even if we do keep it criminalized, should we maybe look at rehabilitation rather than just a blanket offence? What do you think?
Kamala Harris just said student loan debt is forgiven.
I mean, sure, that's a good thing, but
well, I mean, I think obviously these people have to repay their debt to society, and I could use more factory workers after the last of them ran away because I said never mind. But Katie, you probably have some people, right, that can come over and do some work for me.
Absolutely. I got you back. Anyone you need put away.
Yeah, I will send people your way because it's very easy. We turn off the navigation computer in the Tesla just before they hit something, so they're liable for criminal damages. We'll send them straight to you.
Straight to me. And then, here we go. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. What we'll do is we'll get them making those Tesla parts for 20 cents an hour.
Fantastic. I hope they... How do you feel about safety regulations?
Absolutely don't give a shit.
Fantastic.
Could not give less of a toss.
I think we have to adhere to the rules of me being the vice president of President Obama. And what he says, if he says it's okay, then it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Don't believe that it is in the position of government to be offering forgiveness for...
a bid.
Forgiveness comes from the Lord, except it doesn't come from the Lord. It comes from your local bishop for $15.99.
That's a bid.
Can I just say, I'm very, very sick of listening to unimportant people like the president. I think the people want to hear from the lettuce. That's who we should be listening to right now.
Yes. I'm a lettuce.
Says it all, I think. Do you know what I mean?
That's a lettuce.
Correct, Mr. Preston. That is a lettuce.
Hold on. Why does the lettuce have more followers on Twitter than me? Hold on.
Oh, breaking news. The lettuce is going to get booted off Twitter.
Are we still going to the moon?
44 billion. Yeah, I can swing 44 billion. Yeah, get the fucking lettuce off there.
No, I'm a lettuce.
Are we still going to the moon?
That's a good question, actually, Elon.
Elon, are we going to the moon?
Oh, yeah, definitely. 2018. We're getting there.
I remember watching the moon landing as a child.
See, I already got it. That was me.
Yeah, that was Elon.
What?
Yeah.
The Catholic position is the moon doesn't exist.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's talking?
Out of character, can you elaborate?
It's a bit of Jesus' acne that just got up there one day.
Elon, hear me out. Prisons on the moon. Like, it will be we'll bring back deportation, but instead of sending them to Australia, the moon.
We are going to need.
Where else do you want to put the nonces? Where there's no children.
Exactly.
The moon.
And Mars.
But if you did that, we wouldn't have any staff.
The factories would also be on the moon. The prison labor camps are going on the moon.
I think that was the church who didn't want their nonsense sent away.
I care about my stuff.
This has gone wildly off topic.
What did you expect, honestly?
Jonny, when do we do an episode like this and not talk about
Whose
the
cat is
on
this?
the moon?
A cat has infiltrated the White House.
This
I'm a
is
lettuce.
my cat.
I can arrest that cat for you.
Come on, lad. There's a cat.
Okay, well,
What does this button do? Oh,
well,
I
Joe
was
Biden
genuinely
has started
expecting the
nuclear
feed
war
to
with,
immediately
with,
cut.
with Bolton.
Can I just say something I'm only going to get to say once?
Go.
Joe Biden, can you give the cat a little kiss?
Joe Biden. Mwah.
Fantastic. The cat was proper bothered.
She hates kisses from me. This is JONO talking now. She hates them.
She loves them from
kissing.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
No,
Loves
character. Joe Biden.
Now listen here, Jack.
I literally don't remember what we were talking about.
Nonsense on the moon.
There's nonsense on the moon. Why are we going there?
Okay,
then?
so would decriminalizing marijuana lead to nonsense on the moon or not?
Yes.
It would decriminalizing marijuana would lead to fewer nonsense on the moon, but it would also make the moon bases understaffed. I forgot. I gave up on the accent.
Lettuce.
We until we start arresting the nonces, which we're not doing because they're in the royal family.
My son did nothing wrong.
We need to keep the marijuana smokers in prison
So they can go to work in the factories,
so they
making
can keep working
defective,
in the factories
so they can then
to
make
get us to
defective
the moon.
vehicles that will get more people into prison.
Yeah,
Perfect system.
a perfect system. We've got cheap labor. We've got underprivileged communities staying oppressed to continue the cycle of cheap labor for
The prison
me.
industrial complex needs to be fed.
Yeah. And then, only then, this is the only feasible source of labor that could possibly get the nonces on the moon. If you want the nonces on the moon, you have to accept the pot needs to stay illegal. Do you want nonces in your communities or do you want them on the moon? Pot needs to stay illegal.
Can someone tell Kamala that I need the toilet, please?
Oh. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, I guess closing statements time. So anyone who was in favour of decriminalisation, would you want it to stop there? Or would you want it to, would you want to make it more accessible as well as decriminalised? And if you don't want it decriminalised, I mean, I think you've all spoken enough. So I just want to hear what the lettuce has to say.
We need to build the roads in Ohio.
I wish more debates ended with, you've all spoken enough.
I wish more debates ended with, I just want to know what the lettuce has to say.
Yeah, what's the lettuce
What has to say?
I'm a lettuce.
Yay! There we are. Right. That is a tough one. I'm gonna be a real Lib Dem about this and give you both equal points. That's not what Lib Dem to do, but fuck it.
How many points does a Kakapo get?
The Kakapo gets 12.
Yes. 12 points.
Kakapo's going to go home with the most points anyone's ever won on this show.
So, Katie's team are on 11 points, Kirstie's team are on 14 points, and the Kakapo is on 33 points. All to play for in the last round. Our last round is called, Oh God, How Did It Come to This? Reality is Beyond Satire. Someone please end this. This is our quick fire round. We're going to be giving the guest topics to riff on as a free-for-all. Points go to the funniest. First topic is things you wouldn't see in the metaverse.
Legs.
Everyone
People.
said that at once. Everyone gets a point.
People.
Taste. People who aren't nonces.
Graphics better than a PlayStation 1 game.
A lettuce.
Steam stuff.
People who won't bore you to death about crypto.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll, anything fun or cool.
Not even Zuckerberg at this point.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I mean, Elon Musk probably.
Busy now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he's there watching, but he's on like the metaverse equivalent of mute, so he's just constantly lurking to make sure no one says anything mean about him.
Someone in chat said the perfect thing, and it's cackapose.
Effective moderation of Nazis and fascists.
Joe Biden giving a cat a kiss.
Yeah,
Good.
that virtual reality. And this
people of
show
colour.
costs far less than $12 billion. So just
I wish we had $12 billion.
People of color.
Hey.
Furries, because they're all in VR chat. Thank you, Sam.
Any more for that one? Yeah, that's a no. Okay, next one. Redacted minutes from the Musk Twitter meetings.
Could you repeat that? Because you lagged out a bit in the middle.
Oh, sorry. Redacted minutes from the Musk Twitter meetings.
Do we really need this much blue hair?
Do we really need this much content moderation of Nazis and pedophiles?
Which is almost as bad as blue hair.
We're running out of options. Here is my final solution.
Oh.
Well, with all the nonsense on the moon, we need some way to follow them.
What do you mean everybody has pronouns? What do you mean you've all got 50 million exit clauses? Shit, fuck!
What are we going to do about Bruce Dickinson?
Letters. How do we make crimes unblock?
But Elon, if you charge people to make them verified, that will mean that the only reliable information comes from the rich.
Oh, hang on. I've just looked in the chat and there was a great one there, you know.
Go on.
More 3193s, right? Make crimes unblock me. That is class.
Chelsea Manning's had it too good for too long.
No.
Grimes, please come back.
Oh, I wonder if that's a thing, because she's just got a book out, like, last week.
What do you mean if that's the thing? Because you're aware that...
I wonder if they're going to tank Chelsea Manning's advertising things for her new book. This is
Ooh,
I thought you meant Grimes had a book out.
That's what
And
I
they were
thought.
gonna, like,
Grimes can read?
Of course, Grimes can read. Grimes reading the Communist Manifesto.
Oh, yeah.
To
Upside
be
down.
fair, though, would you not? Would you? Well, no. Would you read Grimes's book, airing all of Elon Musk's dirty laundry?
Oh, God, no.
I would read
yeah.
Grimes's book if it has explicit erotica between her and Chelsea Manning.
I want. Oh, did Gilbert Gottfried die?
Yeah. Yes.
I would want him to do the
You've just
audio book,
forgot.
but he can't.
But yeah, my favorite thing is that Elon Musk just lost his fucking mind when his ex started dating Chelsea Manning. Like, just trans girls keep winning.
Chelsea Manning's a hero as well.
Fully thought you were going to say Chelsea Manning's a he, and I was like, why the fuck did we book you?
No,
Like, that's a
hero.
very not.
Hero.
I was like, whoa, no.
No, I will not stand for any bad mouths
I was
of
like,
Chelsea
no.
Manning. Why have we let JONO back in?
Like, my whole heart stopped. Like, this is anti-Blizzard in every possible respect.
Hang on, you let me say the final solution thing. that went by fine. I called Chelsea a man and a hero. I was like, "Oh, I'm glad you ended it with the row."
Okay, any more for that one?
I got nothing.
Cool. Okay, vocal outtakes from the new Super Mario movie.
It's me,
It's a me, a lettuce.
Lettuce. Chris Pratt is so antithetical to comedy.
Yeah.
I would like to see all of the outtakes where they let Jack Black ad-lib and he forgot it was a film for children and just talked about cum for an hour.
Fuck you.
God, release that as an audiobook now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
just
you remember when they did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they let John Mulaney ad-lib for like an hour and a half and he was swearing and they were like, can
We
you do
can't
all of
use
that
this.
again without the curse words? We would have stopped you, but we were having too much fun watching you.
Juniper Moonlight has redeemed an AMA, but I think I forgot to make that reward, so you had to put some text in. So there will be an AMA coming very shortly, just so you heads up.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Why like by casting Jack Black, they cast the only person who could have made Bowser even more fuckable.
One image of him going now, yeah, I'll only be Bowser if he gets to have a massive dick.
Clearly, my friend, you've not been on the internet for very long.
Oh. I mean, you heard it here first. Tom Mayhew wants to see Bowser's massive dick.
You know what? I would love to be in that pitch when Jack says in Illumination, say, no, we don't do stuff like that. We make things like the Minions. And Black goes, I know. Exactly.
I'm going to make you do this.
I'm not doing another take. Take it or leave it. Okay, any more for that one? Okay. Okay, last one then. Things you didn't see at the Tory Party conference.
People of colour.
Common sense, compassion,
Integrity.
Kindness.
honesty, generosity.
I think Leslie wants to say something.
Lettuce.
A feasible candidate for Prime Minister.
Yeah, a leftist.
A cohesive economic plan.
Democracy.
Party unity.
A single shred of humanity. Common decency.
Any souls.
A spine. One. Okay. Juniper Moonlight asked, wanted to ask, go ahead, Jonny. You're the host. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, just wanted to ask anyone if you could cast any other fictional character as Mario in the new movie, what would be the funniest choice? So a fictional character to play Mario.
Sonic,
that what you mean?
Sonic.
Sonic, yay.
Wario.
Wait, hold on. Leslie, turn your filter back on.
Oh God, it's taking so long.
Waluigi.
I was
He's the
thinking
best.
Waluigi, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Waluigi is the best mate.
He'd mess shit up.
Bob Hoskins.
Wow.
Nathan Fielder, as anyone's.
I want it to be H. John Benjamin because he only has one voice, but it's fucking iconic.
It is good, yeah.
Or,
yeah, specifically
Or
after
Patrick
playing-
Warburton.
Patrick Warburton, yeah, one of
It-
those two.
It is so weird. It is so weird going from watching Bob's Burgers to watching Archer or the other way around because the voice is exactly the same,
Yeah.
but the content is very different.
Yeah.
Did you see the crossover
I
episode?
did. It was fucking great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what fictional character I would like seeing playing Mario? Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Oh, Muppet
Oh.
Super Mario Brothers. It's fucking great.
Bowser's the only real person.
It's just Jack Black, just in a costume.
Bowser is once just like the Muppet Christmas Carol. It's just Michael Caine again.
Oh.
Oh, I'm bored of Michael Caine.
Yeah, but Michael Caine dressed as Bowser in like a big Bowser onesie. Come on.
Oh, what about Michael Caine?
I would still rather it was Jack Black. Jack Black was done dirty in his one Muppet movie appearance.
Oh,
So
that's
I'd like him to get a proper one.
You know who would also be a fantastic Mario, depending on which voice he does?
Who?
Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We didn't hear any of these things at the Tory party conference. Are there?
I would much rather talk about Mario than the Tory party conference any day of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see Mario at the Tory party conference.
Yeah,
so-
you are correct.
I didn't see Jack Black playing Bowser.
That's because he's a plumber who wears red all the time.
Mario or-
He's in a
or-
union.
Mario's in union.
Him and Luigi, they're not brothers, they're comrades.
His brother is clearly in the Green Party. Come on.
Does that
It's
mean
only because he lives in Brighton.
Does that mean Waluigi's very Yuppie? Because that's upsetting.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that's
On brand. This means that Wario is a Lib Dem.
Wario is a Lib Dem.
He's the most Tory of them all. I'm very confused now.
Yeah, is there a blue Mario brother?
Rosalina wears a blue dress.
Rosalina wears blue, yeah.
Isn't the fucking is it one of the fucking mushroom people?
Oh,
is it one of those blue?
No, they're red and pink.
They are.
Okay.
Well, there's loads of different kind of toes, I think, aren't there? But the main one is red.
The main one is red, and then the main girl one is pink.
Yeah. You can get Yoshi in like all the different colors, so your Yoshi in Mario Kart can be whichever political leaning you want.
And I like the idea of there being no Tories in the Mario universe. That's quite nice.
Yeah, I would like to live there, where there are no Tories.
But what if Mario sounded like the Joker?
I don't know how we're going to do this.
Mario.
I don't know how we're going to do this, but Jada's Gaming has just asked us to redesign the pride flag. Well, I mean, it's got to just be like the main pride flag. There's just Bowser's massive dick, I think.
Oh yeah, I think that's it. I think that's queer culture. Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I think just a whole umbrella.
Yeah, just
easy. Make the poly pride flag use better colors. Yeah, I mean, that is a terrible flag. I think the Blizzard background should just be a pride flag for I don't know,
Pride Month.
Yeah,
I think the Blizzard background should be Bowser's massive hog.
Oh, Sam, please don't do that. I mean, like something's been jizzing all over the background, but
yeah, like I realize it is supposed to be like snowballs splatting against the window, but it does look like cum.
I mean, to be fair, I have used that exact same splatter pattern online as well because it's it's the best one.
Like every time I'm making the like promo banners and I'm like putting some brilliant comedian's face in front of a cum splatter, there's just a bit of me that's like, oh.
I would wear a hoodie that was the pride colours and had Bowser's dick on it.
You're so
right.
Maybe we'll make some of those too.
Printing actual genitals on the fucking on a t-shirt. But
Sapphire said, "I love how I've just sat down next to my nan and you all just say Bowser's massive dick."
Hi, Nan.
Hope you're enjoying Bowser's massive dick.
Well, what you do is you have a picture of Bowser, just like, like the normal one where he's like,
with like a little black.
with a massive long black box.
With a massive long pride flag box.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm going to assume that we've exhausted the Tory Party conference. I'm going to count the final scores and send them over to Sam in Facebook chat. Why do I never just have this open in advance? I always know I'm going to need it.
We're still doing the Discord.
We haven't been recently because people haven't been showing up, but we can do if people want to.
Yeah, I'm game for that.
Well, I've got to go to the party downstairs after because it's it's getting very loud here.
So you need to.
My feet are vibrating from the music coming through the floor.
Right, okay. I've sent Sam a score, so while she's preparing.
Sit on the floor, you'll have a good time.
Yay!
Before we announce the final scores, just want to say thank you to all of you for sticking around with whatever that last fucking round was. We hope you enjoyed. A huge thank you to anyone, especially who's donated or supported us on Patreon. I'll pop the links in the chats in case anyone would like to do so. And if you're able to, we'd encourage you to do it because we do rely on these to run these shows. All the money you donate to the PayPal between now and next Monday will be split between these acts. So if you want to support them specifically, but not Blizzard as a whole, that's how you do that. Even if it's just a couple of quid, we really appreciate it if you're able to give us. Thanks to all of our guests and team captains. Special shout out to both Andrew Taylor for helping us research the show and Sam Lorien for producing it and making sure the broadcast actually works, because every time I've tried to do it without Sam, it has not. So really do value you. Okay, are we ready for the scores? Yep, okay. So the final scores are Kirstie's team is on 33 points, Katie's team is on 38 points, but the winner is the Kakapo with 45 points.
Well to the Kakapo.
Yeah. The Kakapo wasn't actually winning when I did the final scores, so I gave the Kakapo more points, so it won.
That is just like real democracy, right?
Real democracy.
Congratulations, Kakapo.
Proper democracy. I love that.
Only Kakapo can win here. Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, so you can join us for our next live show if you're in Manchester on the 14th of November with Keris Bradley, Sam Serrano, and who else we got? Mark Nicholas, Benny Shakes, and Scythe Wheeler. I remembered everyone. And also me, I guess.
That's a good lineup, though.
That is a fucking good lineup. Yeah,
really, it's a good lineup.
Yeah, really happy with that. So you can book your free tickets via the outside link in the Twitch chat. If you are not in Manchester or not able to come to that date, we will be streaming a slightly abridged version of the show here on Twitch on the 21st of November. And then you can join us on the... also, we have... Do I have it in as a command? I do. Yes, we are hosting our first filmed stand-up special. Yeah, I know. Fucking amazing. Erin Tett finds her audience. That's being recorded in Gullivers as part of Blizzard Comedy on the 24th of November. Again, it is free to book. Pay what you want. We would like to have a full room for that because it is going to be filmed. So that would be incredible if you're able to come to that. And it's really exciting for us. It's a milestone. It's really great. And you can join us here back on Twitch on the 28th of November for our next installment of Broadcast Avalanche with team captains Bobby Jones and Kirstie Summers and guests Eden and W, Amapal Singh, Joe Hollingworth and Stuart Dunlop, where we discuss the news events of November, including what the fuck is happening? Jesus Christ, please can authorities to stop. And other things. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.